Hello, and welcome back to Mead Hall Gaming. I'm your host Jay, and today I'm joined by
John
and Eliza.
Hi guys, welcome to Tankard Talk, and obviously you might have already noticed Eliza's not joining us. She is taking a little bit of time off due to returning to work after her maternity leave. Well-deserved little rest, so you get us three idiots to talk to you.
Unfortunately, that means that there is no saving from the tangents.
No, tangents
It's very true.
Tangents are gonna... We should probably have turned this into tangent talk rather than anything else, but...
just crossed out and replaced on the screen hastily in MS Paint.
Yeah,
we should do that in the edit every time we go off on a tangent.
I'm not one editing it, so if you want to tell Els that, good luck.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So this episode of Tankard Talk is very belated. Obviously, we do want these to be roughly monthly. We did record one previously, and tragedies happened, to say the least. Words were said. Things were thrown.
Things were had.
I would say the table was broken as a result. It wasn't, but it does feel almost appropriate. So we're going to rehash what we've done. We are going to lose a little bit of the drama that we had created, which is a shame, because there's a reveal, kind of, although if you've watched our previous episodes, you've probably now seen it because it's been mentioned a couple of times. I built a world as army in secret behind John's back after spending like 3 years telling him to get world leaders.
Although I feel like I have found my home.
You have found your home, and we're going to see a little piece of that today as well.
Yeah.
So, kind of going into almost like a bit of backdrop to it as well, because the day that we had the failure was the day before we did the Armageddon box as well. So we've got some. Actually, I don't think the models you've got are from that box, are they?
No, they're not, because I've been doing some tinkering in terms of getting to grips with it beforehand. Which I'll talk about as we start to reveal.
Yes, so we'll have a look at those. But yes, we had an interesting experience doing building and stuff a few weeks ago, which was quite fun.
Yes.
It was good fun.
And I'll put this in the episode whether it gets cut or not. I don't know. But John, you might be interested. Have you watched Pete the Wargamer's recent video about how to customize the orcs?
I have. I did watch that. It's the same thing of like, oh yeah, just buy this other kit and take these bits from this other kit. I'm like, I don't have that other kit, but I think the principles of what of the ideas definitely stand. And was everybody like? Had I not sat there and gone through and primed every single model, maybe I'd be a bit more inclined to do some customization, but that customization comes later when I somehow accidentally acquire another half of an Armageddon box. I definfinitely haven't looked. Promise.
I've seen them going online for a reasonable price. Like, scarily reasonable.
Very reasonable price. Like, I think definitely the one that I've been looking at is the boys kit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I probably wouldn't get another weird boy, just because that's quite a specific like sculpt.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe the Warboss. I'd be tempted by the Warboss, but there's that new Warboss coming out.
Yeah, I think the other Warboss would be better.
Just because he's got more, like it's not gonna be the same one.
Yeah.
Looks like it's got quite a few options. So
yeah. And then I don't know how many more of the Dapper War rigs I need, but I don't think they're going to change either. So
no, but an extra one wouldn't hurt.
An extra one might not hurt, or the War
Track.
Or oops, all Dapper War rigs.
I mean, I can only fit 3 in technically, so that is my maximum number.
But you can have 120 boys.
I can have 120 boys. Or, as I recently discovered, if I take one epic hero, I can get Hold on. 6, 12, 18, 36 orc bikes.
That's not bad.
That's quite good.
That's a White Scars list if ever I saw one.
You just have to take what do you call it? Wild Stacker.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Does he make the bikers battle line?
Their battle line,
Nice.
and then they can be taken in squads of 6.
Oh, that's cool. Quite cool actually.
Nice.
So you can literally do like a White Scars army for orcs.
36 of those.
Bunch of
you
war
then
tracks.
Bunch of war tracks, and if you do the Death Killer War Trike, they can lead the war bikers,
Ah,
so you can actually have characters attached to it as well.
That's really
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like
You should do that.
I feel like a biker gang could be cool.
The Orc Biker Gang is very tempting. I think I'm probably going to wait until those new war bikes that definitely are.
I mean,
that they shown off, but not shown off.
I do like the idea that we all have the option to do a horde as well as wacky lists now.
Yeah.
And at least 50% of us have got straight into the horde already.
I mean, they're just fun.
They
Just
are fun.
We'll have to see how games go in terms of their gameplay.
I don't care. They're fun. I don't
They
care
are
if they're
very fun.
terrible. I fully intend to run 60 jackals minimum. I don't care. And spoiler alert, I've been looking at Poxwalkers. Not because I'm going to do Death Guard next, but because they're so cheap at the moment online. They're like nearly £1 a model. I am generally speaking, genuinely thinking about buying like 60 of them just ready to go for when I do Death Guard.
I have Poxwalker-based trauma.
Do you?
Those things, they were in the list, and it was basically built around the idea of it was Typhus leading them.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah,
and they just don't die, and then they come back. And what was worse was, by the end of it, they put on more Poxwalkers than I'd killed.
So
There was more of them.
So are you saying you don't want me to buy 60 Poxwalkers?
No, you're banned from buying Poxwalkers. I don't want to see Poxwalkers ever again.
Literally.
Hey Jamie, I do have a screw of Poxwalkers that I'm trying to get rid of currently.
Oh, do you? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Two Poxwalkers and half of a plague worry.
Well, yes, of course.
But yes, no. I may start growing the horde on the side. Just a little project. Once a week I'll just do a few Poxwalkers so that, by this time next year I'll have 60 Poxwalkers and then I'll just buy a character and I've got an army.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I've got a character anyway because I bought a Typhus for the scythe, so...
You're on Typhus.
I probably won't run Typhus, but I will probably just, turn him into a Nordic Contagion or something because I'm stealing the scythe for another project. But that's future projects.
Yeah.
So, shall we take a look at...
We've
tangent talked immediately. So, shall we get started with the main show and show off some models?
Let's go.
So we've got a couple of options. Well, 3, obviously. There's 3 of us. And we're going to start with John because John has the least to show off today.
Maybe a little bit.
And that's mainly because me and Eliza were very mean, did ours secretly behind John's back before the competition started.
I mean, also, yours was ready before mine, although kind of these were ready, but either way,
yeah. We put you in a disadvantaged position.
Well, we didn't know that Eliza's models actually existed.
No, I was doing that on faith,
It's
to be
true.
fair. I just had to take it on faith that they did exist. So, off we go.
It's a boy.
It is a boy.
It is my the little test boy model.
Yeah. By the way, I love the wife beater.
I genuinely I was like, what colour should I paint that? And it was mostly white already, so I was like, it was so. As a context for where this model was coming from, I've obviously got the Armageddon box, and I really wanted to kind of just experiment with a bunch of different techniques to kind of find what is the technique I want to use going forward. So this one was the first basically little test of. I was watching Media Hobbies on YouTube, and they did a little video basically going through different ways of painting up orcs. They did 3 different ways of doing skin, 3 different ways of doing the metallics, and 3 different ways of painting up the armor. And the metallics, in particular, he was going to do this one of basically rust effects, and it was done. It looked so simple that I was like, it can't be that easy to do. But it was base it in Rhinox hide. Dry brush, he used Riser Rust and Fire Dragon, the layer paint. I had Rhinox hide, and then I just had 2 other oranges. So, base in Rhinox hide, stipple orange, 2 different shades, just over all the metals, and then dry brush with silver. And it just created. It was like, oh, this looks a bit weird. Hit it with the silver, and it's like, oh, it's rusty metal. So this was the kind of the first little attempt to just try doing rusty metal, and then from that point on, it was just contrast paint all over. So apothecary white on the wife beat, Basilicanum grey and black Templar on the trousers. Sorry, the Silicon Grey on the trousers and then Black Templar on the boots, which I have swapped. We'll see in the next one when we get there. I've decided not to go with that because the Silicon Grey and the Black Templar are just a little too close. It just muddies the water a bit between the 2 of them. Yeah. And then the skin is Ghillie Dew from the Painter, which is an excellent orc skin. I mean, you can see how it looks there. Snakebite leather. Overall, the leather, which is my favourite paint for leather.
I now use that on all of my World Eaters for the leathers.
Snakebite leather is literally my favourite. I'm just I need something to look like leather. You put snakebite leather on it, it's now leather.
It's a really nice one. It's a slightly yellowy tinted leather, which is very nice. Which is why I do think that stuff like Garak Sewer is great for a more brown.
I mean, I do have my leathers collection, which is Snakebite, Gore Grunter, the Garagax Sewer. Oh god, I've got a load of them. But basically, just a collection of different shades of brown. If I need to do leathers that are next to each other.
Yeah, I've got some. I've got 4 that I swap between.
The mouth that's volupus pink. Basically, this was again one from Media Hobbies. With his, just flood the mouth, teeth included, all around the mouth with this volupus pink, and then go back in and do the teeth, and it creates just this little bit of just pinkness around around the mouth.
Nice.
Which just works out really well.
I use the exact same paint on some of my guys that have got tongues, and I specifically just picked out the tongue. I didn't think about flooding it.
It was literally just everything around there. So you get a little bit kind of on the lips, a little bit kind of everywhere. And then if I need to, I just went back in with the Ghillie Dew and kind of just mix them a bit whilst it was still wet. So you kind of got this transition between them.
Might have to try that.
And then the metal. This is also the thing that I've been very much enjoying. So I'm going to be doing Speed Freaks. I might potentially take the metal up the red just up a little bit more on those metal parts. But the best part is, I just went in and I was like, slap a bit of red, slap a bit of red, slap a bit of red. Oh, it looks messy. That was the goal. Every time it's not trying to be a neat paint job. They're orcs. They're not going to have a neat paint job.
Also, having the different tones, even across different orcs, or even in the same orc, still makes sense. You don't, if you run out of paint one day and all I've got is this red. It will still work.
Uniform is not an orc. Is not an orc word.
Yeah,
no.
It works really well.
Unless you're a blood axe. Yeah. And then the blood, obviously a bit of blood for the blood god on the axe, and then taking your advice, did little bit on the brush, airbrush behind, and just, and then you can see the effect of like that's a fresh kill is what that is.
Yeah, I find the airbrush method is very nice for control. Rather than trying to do it with a thumb or a bit of Karn or whatever with a toothbrush, that's so much more directional.
Yeah. And that was literally like holding it just in front of that axe and just kind of like, and it just across there.
Yeah. See what? So what I did with mine, which you'll see later, it's much more directional. Obviously, I do a lot more, which makes sense in what it is. But yeah, if you want to add more at some point, I actually did it in 3 stages. I did each face of the blade. So I fired against it on both sides. And then I fired it from a distance across the body.
Oh, okay.
So you get a decent splatter pattern. But obviously that's if you want a heavily gored character.
I also have learned from some mistakes and avoided having to go back and redo work, or just losing the effect of. I made sure to matte varnish before I did all of my glossy effects.
Oh yes, I made that mistake many years ago.
So yeah, and then also my other thing from the Orks I've shown up previously, art coat in the mouth, not from a protective perspective, but just to get that like glistening on the inside,
which you can see quite nicely on this picture as well. It does work really well.
It catches really well.
Yeah,
and then it was. This pen is the secret to the eyes, which is I can tell you what it is in case it's up on the screen. It is a Gundam marker.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that is the secret to doing the eyes on that boy.
Very nice. I mean, brilliant.
Oh, and the sand stuff was a new. So I've had that sand for ages, but I did 2 different things with it this time around, which I think worked perfect. Which I think worked out really, really well. The first thing was, and I cannot remember who suggested this as a tip, which is really bad. But I mixed I've got like wood glue, and I mixed it with a brown paint, and then put it down, so that anything that was missing, any gaps that there were, would just dry as just brown paint. And then did the usual dunk it in, and then the stuff that went on top of it, which unfortunately again I'm going to have to point something into camera, is Kraut Coven's Kraut Fixer.
I'm going to the wrong one. Oof. There we go.
It's this stuff here, which is a combination of glue and I believe just isopropyl alcohol. Like they've got some kind of, I don't know what the combination is in terms of the mix, but it meant that it dried really, really quickly. Like compared to just mixing it with water or something like that, you can just kind of like literally just dab it on. It spreads really nicely throughout the sand, and then dries just super hard. So if you're planning on doing sand bases, this stuff is like game changing.
I may have to get myself some of that because, as you know, my basing mix is I have to leave it for like 12 hours between doing anything with it.
That was like literally by the time I'd like walked out, come back in, it was most of the way to being dry already. That was the first time using it. Like, I didn't even really worry about the PVA being entirely set underneath it. You could potentially even get away without having to, because they do say you can just like put the stuff on and just drop this on top, and it spreads through and sets. I wanted something that had like a bit of a base layer to begin with, but they literally said they showed off in the video. They've got video tutorials on it, and they put rocks down on a base, just loose rocks on a base. Dip this, like, just put some little drops of this stuff over the top of it, and then tip the base upside down, and this, like, rock formation just stays put on the base.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
After, like, 15 minutes or something like that. Like, it was just, like, done.
Oh, I'm going to have to look at getting some of that, because that would make my production line a bit easier.
Yeah. About 10 a bottle, and you get, a big old bottle of it.
It's a decent amount, yeah.
I was to say that will last a long time.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So, yeah.
Very cool. Well, that's the first orc. But there is another.
There is another.
So let's have a look at number 2.
Nice.
So, I'm trying to remember in terms of. I think I just sent this one to you, didn't I?
You
Jamie?
did, yes. Last night?
So, Eliza, would you believe that green is the exact same green as the other orc boy?
So let me go back and forward.
I'm assuming with a different base coat.
It's the same base coat underneath, but there is technically it's the same base coat. It was then done with a wash of purple.
Ooh.
So I got some of the Army Painter's purple tone wash, basically just like underneath the zenithal. I did it through the airbrush. I think if I'm going to do it again, I brush it on instead because I've got a little bit more control over it. But literally just sprayed it over the skin. It was like on the raised areas it was still light, but in the recesses it was dark purple, and like everything had like a slight purple tinge to it. And then just went over with the Gillydew the exact same way that I'd done before, and it made this skin colour.
Oh wow!
It's like, oh, that's quite the change.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna put this out there right now. Like an orc army that is like massively varied in skin tones would be amazing because they are mushrooms, so they should be colourful, even if it's all tints of green.
100%, they're going to be they are all going to be in different skin tones.
Good.
This was also I'm prepared. Don't be worried. Like we are going to have some that are going to be luminous and some that are going to be very not luminous. So again, this one was a little bit of an experiment in terms of a slightly different metallic dye. This one instead was just a basic like lead belchery silver. It's one of the AK's ones. That's the equivalent of lead belcher. Just over all the metals. Entirely just over all the metals, including the helmet and like the shoulder pad and everything like that. And then over all of those once they were dried with rattling grime. And it creates just quite a nice, like oily, grimy looking metallic. I don't quite know between the two which way I'm leaning. They're both good, but in slightly different ways, and I think I probably will end up just having mixes between them. I very much enjoyed the gun, just because it's just bright red shotgun shells inside of this. And then again, the rest of it was largely the same. The lupus pink in the mouth, you can kind of see there, like the angle on it has a bit more of like the lips kind of showing through. And then again, snakebite leather on everything. And then it was really fun actually doing so after like all the metals and the rattling grime had dried up, and then it was skeleton horde on the horns and across the teeth to give them like a little bit more of like a yellowy vibe. Going in and just very very scratchily painting red over all of the armor panels, and then I went in and did the little dags on the shoulder pad just to have a bit more variety. Because I wanted to, I want to do Speed Freaks, but I know that Speed Freaks, as a faction, they're two colours. Because like orcs, it's very easy. Everybody is two colours. That is the only thing I have to worry about. Is like faction identity. They have two colours. There's like Goths, black and white. Death Skulls, blue and white. Bad Moons, black and yellow. Speed Freaks are meant to be red and yellow. And there are certain shades of yellow that I look at, and all I can think of is McDonald's. Like, some people do them, it's a bright red and a bright yellow, and you put them next to each other, my brain just goes, it's like McDonald's, or like... Although, the idea of I now, I've just had the idea pop into the brain of, I now need to do an orc in, you know the toy car that everybody had as a kid that they push around on the legs? I need an orchid or a grot in one of those. Like, just move up along. But I was like, to try and differentiate them a little bit, and not go so much in terms of like red and yellow, is doing like basically the highlights, the kind of the accent color as a bright orange instead. which I think worked on there. And then you can also see on there the trousers I did using Militarum Green?
Mm-hmm.
Or, no, Creed. Creed camo, that was it.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say Militarum Green's a lot lighter than that.
Yes, it was the darker one. I was looking at Militarum Green actually today. But yeah, so Creed camo on the trousers. I might potentially get Militarum Green, but just like having something that is a significantly different colour.
If you want to try it, I've got some.
I might borrow it and try it just to see if it like, because I want to have something that is a different enough green that it differentiates partly from the green skin. So might potentially even like throw in like Dark Angels green in there as well, just to create like something that's a little bit different. But green trousers, it's one of those ones that's like, what colour would orc trousers be?
Whatever they've picked up.
Whatever they've picked up.
I'm gonna be honest. My default thought is like jeans.
Jeans would also work.
That's what I don't want with my jackals. They've got like a jeans blue.
Yeah.
But that was one because I liked the idea of it, and two, I thought it kind of ties in with the heresy scheme.
Very much just tie into that.
But if you want to do that, I can recommend Space Wolves Grey over White.
Okay. I will give that one a go.
Why don't you bring one of your primed models up with you?
I'll bring one now. We can have a bit of play. I mean, they take like an hour to do. Is the beauty that I found with them is they literally like hour and a half. This is the result of roughly about an hour and a half's worth of work.
It's a beautiful result in a very efficient time.
Yeah.
The top, as you can see, there is that kind of like sandy color. That was done with just.
Let's see, because I did the same on my jackals as well. Let's see what colour you used.
Nope. It is. Come on, brain. Not that one. Agrax Earthshade.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice.
I did mine with Agros Dunes.
So, it took a really long time to do it with a shade paint. So, guess what I bought today?
Agros Dunes?
Agros Dunes!
Yeah, you get a very similar effect, yeah. But
just a little bit quicker and a little bit stronger is what I needed.
Yeah.
And also, I just briefly from our perspective, so the models as it's facing towards us, its left eye.
Mm-hmm.
So the intention was I was going to try and paint the other eye. The problem is the sculpt is really squinted on that side, and it just kind of messed up. So he's lost his eye now, and that's fine, because that's how it's going to be. I'm just going to get a little bit of blood for the blood god in there, and that's just going to be like a, yep.
You've done a me. You make a mistake, you turn it into blood or damage.
It feels very much, oh god, Bob Ross. It feels there's no mistakes, just happy accidents, you know?
Happy accidents.
Yeah, my excuse is I'm just lazy, so if I make a mistake, I just hide it.
I mean...
Paint your happy little orcs.
Honestly, they're so fun to paint. Just every time, I'm just like, I just feel happy painting orcs.
It is a good army for someone like you who just likes to paint and do it whatever way you fancy that particular day.
Yeah.
Like I feel like uniform for you is a struggle.
Uniform for me is a struggle. Yes. There's probably some things that we can go into in terms of that, making decisions, all that kind of thing. Anyway,
now one thing I've got to ask you, because I've started to branch out piecemeal into different paints, just for efficiency now. As I've tried to obviously paint faster and quicker and stuff like that, just for pure efficiency. I've been very much. I just GW is what I'm used to. It's what I play. It's what I use. That's how I've been. Recently, obviously, you got me into Bold Titanium White, which is an absolutely phenomenal white. I will never look at GW whites again. Sorry, GW, I don't care. I'm going to use up my GW whites to spray with my airbrush because that's fine. but I will move totally to this new one. My other one that I'm keen to see if there's a better version of, and brought it up and I'm wondering, is the metallics, because the metallic coverage from GW Paints is not amazing. So I was wondering how good this one was.
So, interesting thing with what this one is, specifically, in my going fast vibe. The way that this one was painted for its metallics was with this pen.
I used a pen.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It does very good coverage for a pen. In terms of like actual metallics, I have a bunch that I have tried. It very much varies. It very, very much varies. I haven't found a better gold yet than Retributor.
Really?
Is still my favourite.
So I haven't found Retributor to be that amazing for coverage.
I
So the fact that that's the best, I'm a bit upset by the fact that apparently that's the best one.
I do have, and I need to find them to try them. Is I've got some of the Vallejo ones. Actually, so interesting. The red on there was done with a Vallejo red instead of. I did 2 thin coats on the first one, and for this one I did it with Vallejo red because I knew that I was going to be kind of like just very quickly like scratchily doing them. If you want a red with a ridiculously good coverage, this is the Vallejo model color Dark Vermilion. And Dark Vermilion is a lie. It's a bright red. But it's a really good coverage red.
Okay.
Like, like that is basically all the red on there was one single coat.
That's nice. Yeah, because the Mephiston from Games Workshop is very poor coverage.
This one is literally like, it's one coat and done.
Yeah, so that's...
Yeah, depending on how much you want to do with it.
That's the thing I think would be quite good. I think that might be something that we should maybe think about doing at some point. It's like a list of the ideal paints for like single coverage.
Yeah.
Single layer coverage.
Or just like fast coverage. Some things you're never going to get in a single go. But,
I think it'd be quite nice to do an episode of where we just go through like all of the like most efficient paints we can find for our different jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's definitely
I need to.
Definitely some scope for improvements on my end of going to some other paint ranges to find more efficient paints.
I think same here because I'm very much just GW paints as well. I've got like a couple of army painter, but aside from that,
sorry, my collection is behind me, and I just turned and been like, there is no what you call it, safe ground with me. I will buy any paint that I see and give it a go.
It's not a bad way to be. But I think it'd be good for us to like come together and actually like compile a list of what we'd recommend for different shades, paints, metallics, etc.
I do at some point want to get to the 2 thin coats metallics as well. Like
I've heard
that stuff.
I've heard they're quite good. So because I know again Pete the Wargamer I mentioned earlier, he uses quite a lot of those in some of his painting tutorials and stuff. And metallics is the big one for me at the moment because most of my colours I generally paint a lot of stuff in contrast now, and I'm very happy with the contrast range. But metallics is where I'm really starting to find that I'm really getting annoyed with some of the metallics.
Yeah, it's odd the fact that they did so well with Leadbelcher and then like everything else.
Even Leadbelcher's not that amazing for coverage. So I'm hoping.
Oh, I have
another one.
I have no issues with Leadbelcher at all.
Totally going over, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I do tend to find that I don't get an amazing result out of Leadbelcher. It's not terrible, but I just feel like it could be better.
Yeah.
And my favourite paint to paint with, which is one of the reasons World Eaters were very quickly the first Chaos Legion I want to do, is Rune Lord Brass. It's a beautiful paint. I love bronze as a colour. Bronze, whatever. I love the paint, but again, the coverage on it is not very good, which is a shame because I really like the shade.
It's. I mean, I've my World Eater that I have done on that base. Again, both of those metallics actually, because I did a brass trim on there as well. Was the AK paint pens. Both of them in the AK paint pens, which actually are very good for it. I will say. Just going back to your thing of contrast, is I've got loads of contrast. I will also say the Army Painter's speed paints are also very good as well. Just mostly, I tell you what I like them for is for variety, because I can go and I've got, for Orc Skin, I have the Army Painter Orc Skin, Ghillie Dew. There's another one which is like another camo-y one. I've got Plague Bearer Flesh. I think the only, basically just having just a good range of different greens for doing loads of different skin tones. I was really hoping, I was literally looking for it today to try and get some Berserker Bloodshade. The again, for the wash, to do as like an undertone to see how, because obviously they're complementary colours, green and red. So having that is like how that would interact in the same way that the purple wash interacted is like, how would that come?
If you thought about using Reichland Flesh Shade, because that's a reddish hue to it.
Yeah, I've got Reichland Flesh Shade. I will continue to experiment, and every Orc boy will look a little bit different, because that's the fun of Orcs. I just got to make sure that I have have at least some uniformity. So when I go and is this a unit? How do I make sure that they actually look like they are a unit together?
They'll stand next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I get if I got my group of 20 Orc boys here and 20 Orc boys here, and then they both go into a melee, and I have to make sure I know which one I'm removing at the right time.
Guess.
Hey, if you're down for me guessing, then that's fine. I'll play it that way.
I mean, let me put
We've managed it with legions.
I was just saying,
having 2 squads.
Generally speaking, I've not really found that has ever really been an issue. And to be honest, I have a funny feeling that I'm going to potentially have that issue because the jackals are all at the fucking same.
That's very true.
I haven't even attempted to.
It's almost the opposite problem of it's just is there any uniformity in your army? No, they're all mixed in together. I mean, given that I have now made them all intentionally gone through, every 11th edition Orc that I have is intended to be WYSIWYG with the rules. I can just go, I'm just going to pick up just a handful of Orc boys, that's that squad, right? These guys go over here, jobs are good, and we've made 2 squads.
I'm very much intending, when I build some more jackals, is to get all of them together and make sure that they're all individual models. So it does mean that I can do very much the same thing. It doesn't matter which ones I pick out; they'll all be different.
I was when I was going through and doing the Orc, because we built the kits obviously all together with the Orc boys, but you guys intentionally left all of the heads off. And I just had to sit there and go, right, I need to make sure that nobody who has a similar pose has the same head. Mm-hmm. But, my god, I need to get more of those kits, because I feel like you could, if you start to do some real cut and shutting on them, you could make so many variations on the Orc boys with just the standard Armageddon kit. If they come out with the proper multi-part kit, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah. I mean, from what you've said about how they go together, and I'm very disappointed we didn't notice it when we were building them. The fact that the arms are actually ball and socket with a peg on them, there is actually a lot of playability there.
They're also they're keyed, even though they're push fit. They're all keyed for the commandos' heads as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
So you could take I've got a whole load of the commandos' heads, so I could potentially just go in and just stick commandos' heads on them. So have just some random boys with gas masks and stuff like that.
Why not? See,
I'll look for another sprue of Orc boys then.
One thing I really want, right? Because I don't know why it was in the previous boys kit, but not the old one, but the interim one that everyone hated. I believe there was one with like a beanie hat on and stuff like that.
The Commandos has a beanie hat one.
Oh, maybe it was the Commandos then.
I've got that Commando.
Maybe it was
who has the beanie hat and the knitted jumper.
Yeah.
Which means there is an orc or a grot out there that knows how to knit for an orc with a knitted jumper.
I feel like there is a grot out there that's definitely only purpose is making clothes.
I mean, I did look this up of like, what is the lore behind orc clothing? Because I can't imagine them sitting doing that. And basically, yeah, it's like in the same way that there are orcs, like for everything, an orc becomes a mech boy because the war demands that there is a mech boy and things like that. There are just orcs and grots that make clothes. They loot them as well, and they're not necessarily the best at making them all, but they do make clothes.
Doesn't surprise me. I would imagine there's like an orc of some description for every job. Like, I mean, oh no, this is a rabbit hole. But you know the new ogre stuff from Age of Sigmar?
Yeah. Orc Chef. You thinking Orc Chef?
Orc Chef.
Oh, yes.
And I'm also thinking, could you put an orc head on one of those new models and turn it into a big, fat Orc Chef?
I mean, you're saying that as if that hasn't already briefly... Like, I did look at all those new ogre models and being like...
I mean, I was looking at them for another purpose entirely. I had no idea you were looking at them for orc conversions.
Because I saw somebody do Captain Badrock out of the Underworlds. There's the Underworld's ogre, like pirate captain, who has like the monkey and the couple of like grot with him.
I was thinking like the old man eaters, I think they're called.
But because they did that like there was like one of the like little Underworld's box, and it was just like an ogre pirate, and then a bunch of just like there was like a couple like what have they been, like hobgoblins or
Noblars.
Noblars.
It's our own special breed made specifically to serve and to feed.
Yep, and a monkey with a knife was also one of the options that you had as a model in that.
Okay.
Yeah, they took the head off of Badrock and like did like some other bits of conversion, but just stuck it on there and actually worked very well.
Nice. I feel like we might be having to buy a box of ogres at some point, just so that me and you can just tear it apart.
Very different vibes for the end result.
Hey guys, we're starting Age of Sigmar. Oh wait.
I feel like it's is it not like a tradition for every 40k? Like we will steal from anywhere.
Oh yeah.
We'll steal from Necromunda. We'll steal from Age of Sigmar. We'll steal from Old World. You know.
To be fair, every kit is an orc kit, so
every kit is an orc kit.
That is horrifically true. After some of the things we've been seeing in our group chat recently.
I mean, I did say that I have ideas of turning your jackals into orcs.
I know, and I had no idea how, and then you sent me that one bit, I was like, yep, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that fits.
That works. Turn Angron into an orc.
Pete Wargamer's already
Pete
done
the Wargamer did it!
Yeah.
Pete the Wargamer turned Angron into an orc.
Yeah, literally been done.
So yeah, every orc is an orc kit. Don't you worry. I'll find a way to make those sisters like.
John is just going to take all of our army and like, so how can I turn you into an orc?
Sell Orkenstein.
I mean, in fairness, what's the pipe organ tank called again? Exorcist?
Oh, the Exorcist. Yeah.
Is that not just the goth rocker's personal pie barge?
I mean, yeah. Like mess it up a little bit. That is an orc tank if ever I've seen one.
Can I find a cheap Exorcist?
Probably. That's the one thing that is great about orcs is it's literally a case of you can buy old banged up models because it does not matter because you're going to bang them up anyway.
I think I really want to. I have two projects that I really want to do at some point, which is one, I want to just find in a charity shop a vehicle, like a toy vehicle, that is the right size for one of the orcs, for either a battle wagon or a truck, and just go like, cool, you're now an orc vehicle, and just like whatever it is, just make this a weird hybrid, of stuff. Like, we're not even talking about a GW kit that I'm converting. I'm talking about like, a Tonka truck that I'm going to turn into an orc vehicle.
So actually, I've got like an old banged up, horrifically painted Chimera you can have as well. Actually,
I mean, every vehicle, every kit. The other thing that I really want to do, and I've had this idea for a while, but I feel like Orks is going to be the right place to do it. Is I want to build a stomper around a speaker. Like, I want to build a stomper around a Bluetooth speaker.
As in, like, a genuinely working speaker.
A genuine working Bluetooth speaker. Rock up to a table and just be like, here's my stomper, and just have it across the table.
The Codex Astartes does support this action.
It doesn't, but it will be fun.
The Codex Mead Hall does support this action. That's so cool.
Yeah.
We need to get you a goth rocker.
Yeah. Goth rocker at a reasonable price. I was hoping
I
at Games Expo because they had a load of like the commemorative models. I was hoping that they were going to have one there, but they just didn't.
No, it's hard to get hold of, and their second-hand market price is about £50 at the moment. And that's the low end. It's very expensive. But hey, hopefully we'll get one at some point.
Hopefully, just keep looking. I mean, maybe they'll redo them at some point.
Maybe it is a popular model, so you never know.
Yeah.
Because he does have the speaker squig as well, doesn't he? Which is really cool.
He does have the speaker squig and the
microphone
grenade.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's very cool. Right. Well, I have to say we've done a very good job of filling out the orc section.
Yep.
Because believe it or not, that was our 3 images for the orcs.
More will be coming. They're all in a prime state.
I mean, we know there's more coming because we made them.
Yeah,
that is true. And if I don't paint them, I feel like I will be hung, drawn, and quartered.
Oh yes, live on Mead Hall Gaming.
So you're going to get them done before the Exodites come out.
Yeah, you're not allowed to buy Exodites until they're done.
I've told you, those Exodites are not mine. But the Orcs half of
we
that.
know you're going to buy them anyway.
The Orcs half of that box is mine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's just adding talks. That's fine.
Give me some Squidhog boys.
Squidhog.
Some more Beastie Boys.
I do like the Squidhogs. They look cool. I mean, they're weird, but I like them.
They are weird. Some bits I feel it's a little too weird.
Yeah, they do slip slightly into the cartoon vibe just a little bit, but I kind of still like them. I think with a grimdark paint job, they look really cool.
Well, as I said, I'm going to end up with them anyway, so I'll figure something out with them.
Right.
Shall we move on to somebody else?
I think we probably should. And next up, we do in fact have the mystery army that apparently we actually have. It does exist. We didn't realise it was. It was a rumour for months, years maybe.
Schrodinger's army.
There was little faith that it would exist, nor that it would feature more than 3 paints if it did exist.
We were just in Canada. It's fine.
But yes, I can now safely reveal that Eliza does in fact have an army.
And they are more than 3 paints.
They are indeed, and it is more completed than this. This was taken a few weeks back during the cursed episode.
Yeah, I decided not to redo the whole army photo because it's on the shelf and
so yes, there is a Sisters army that's slightly more painted than this, and you will see some of those in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But it already looks great.
It does look really good. I love that paint scheme.
it's very different. Like, it almost. I said this in our curse episode. At first glance, it kind of feels like to me. It's like I was like, "Is this an Alpha Legion army?" Because that's a very metallic, sea green look. I'm like, you treading on my toes?
But no, I am not.
If they were just a bit more metallic, they could have gone. There was because I did a test model one. It could have been the Grey Knights, kind of like that bluish silver as well.
Yeah.
Which I did do one. I did briefly do one on. I think they may have been on a Tankard Talk at some point.
I'm sure they probably have.
The Grey Knight themed sister. Yes,
I feel like Grey Knights and Sisters are literally like the diametric opposites to each other. Probably not like working together.
Yeah,
we don't talk. We don't talk about that book. It's fine.
I don't know. I mean, it's just, they are literally polar opposites. Is it really that unbelievable?
They retcon that book. We don't talk about the dark times.
Okay, fine. We've been told we're not allowed to speak about it. So we shall carry on. We're being censored. So let's have a look at the first unit then, shall we?
Yeah. So first off, we have very standard, just your unit of Battle Sisters. We got the sergeant with the combi weapon and chainsword. And then got two flamers, a Ministorum flamer and a Ministorum heavy flamer.
Because the theme is fire?
I'm not really theming it around fire. They're the options that I went for.
Is there other options in there, or are they Because I don't actually know what other options they have. What is it? I'm presuming like heavy bolter.
Yeah, they have they all have the Holy Trinity options. So they have the bolter, the melter, and the flamer as options.
You're looking confused, John.
I'm just thinking, is there not a sisters unit that has plasma?
As far as I know, beyond a plasma pistol, no.
No, beyond the plasma pistol, there is not.
Yeah, I don't think there's no plasma cannons or anything anywhere.
No, because they operate on the Holy Trinity of bolter, melter, and flamer. So
because you do get flame pistols as well on a lot of the units, don't you?
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm surprised they haven't swapped out the plasma pistol of a few units that have them with just like a melter pistol, because they do exist.
It's options. They all have options for melter.
Do they have melter pistols then as well?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know they're quite rare.
The Inferno pistols.
They're quite rare in most factions, because even Space Marines don't have many of those.
Yeah. No, they all have the option of having the Inferno pistols, or the plasma, or the bolt pistol, or the hand flamer.
Interesting.
More options than the Space Marine.
Yeah.
Which is unusual.
I enjoy that one at the front there, dual wielding, like
yeah,
just a bolter and a bolt pistol being like that's not really aiming either though. Just kind of like what is it's just like resting the bolt pistol, being like, okay, so am I going to shoot with? It's like am I going to shoot with this one or this one? This one or this one? How close are they?
I mean, you went for the interpretation of what am I doing? Which one? The other interpretation is look at me.
Yeah. I'm clearly favoured. I've got 2 guns.
That could be the diva.
Yeah, I did try and sort of go less generic with the posing. Sort of all of them are trying to have a slightly different pose to each other. I didn't want everything to be posed the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool.
Probably talk a bit about the actual scheme, shouldn't
I mean, we can filter that in as we go, because obviously there's lots of other stuff. So maybe we'll cover that as we look at the next unit, because the next unit is, I believe, another infantry unit.
Yes.
Or another battle line unit.
It is indeed, and it's unit number 2 of my Battle Sisters. You can see, again, a bit of the variety in the posing there. So I've got the sort of 2 main schemes for the army, which I have named the sort of the noble and the errant scheme, because they're based on the scheme of the house that I play in LARP, which is the knight errants have the blue and silver, and then the sort of nobles of the house have the blue with the silver and gold. And then, sort of for the sort of special weapons and things, I wanted to pick them out in the red just to give a little bit of pop of colour, a little bit of detail to it.
You see, now unfortunately, I do have to say, I feel like they should all have red bolters, but maybe that's just me.
I was going to say, you, I feel like you were trying to ingratiate yourself to John there, but you just missed out.
More red bolters. All of the bolters should be red.
I wanted to make it so that only the special weapons, were the red, so that they're easily identifiable.
Actually, from a game perspective, that's actually a very good way of doing it, because then you go, okay, which models do I want to remove, and just being able to very quickly at a glance identify where your special weapons are is a much more sensible way of doing it.
Sensible from a gameplay perspective, not very sensible from a realistic tactical perspective.
Oh, yeah. Which one do we shoot? The ones with red!
Shoot the red ones!
We also have the Sister Superior in a much more ostentatious colour with
neon pink hair.
Yeah.
And no helmet.
No helmets.
But then you wouldn't be able to see their hair.
True. 100% true. Can I get a bonus on my BS when specifically targeting the leader, because they stand out?
You get instant precision.
Anti-stealth.
No, your army just gives precision to your opponent. That's your army roll now.
Mm-hmm. Not much more to say on these ones.
Yeah, no,
what was the
cool.
because I'm assuming something's going to come up later. What were the paints you used on these?
So for the blue, I've gone with the Stormfield blue contrast. Stormfiend. I'm gonna get the names of the paints wrong, but
it's okay.
And then
we'll correct you.
We will probably figure it out.
Yeah. And then the silver is Lead Belcher. The lenses, I did an undercoat of white with a top coat of Flesh Terror's red.
Okay.
And then put some Arg coat on there to keep them shiny. I did an undercoat of Corn red and then a bit of Flesh Terrors on the red weapons, just to get shade and things. Retributor gold on all the gold details. Mechanica standard grey on all of the pouches. And I can't remember what brand it was I used on the belts. They're not very visible anyway. And for the actual basing, I used the Green Stuff World Rust effect, because it makes sort of a very nice sort of purpley, sort of sandy texture to it.
And that's the rust effect.
Yeah,
it's like a texture paste.
Yeah, it's like a texture paste.
It's a weird texture paste to also be called rust effect. It looks really good with the purple, but
I assume the idea would be you water it down. I suppose.
I assume so. But I just quite literally just slapped on the bases, like I was plastering them.
Yeah, that is an interesting one, because I was just thinking it was like a standard kind of texture paste, but no, the fact it's a rust effect is
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks very cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's carry on to the next unit.
So these are my novitiates. I think they're the second. They're the second box I actually bought for the sisters because I was doing them as a kill team.
there's two sister kill team options, so you just need to get the other one now, and then you're ready for kill team.
Yeah, I probably will at some point because that new one is very, very nice. Yeah, and they've got the cool little side cape things, which anyone who knows me knows I'm a sucker for a side cape.
When you say a side cape, do you mean like on the side? Just like
yeah,
that?
they've got like a little cape thing that goes over their pauldron
Mm-hmm.
and sort of hangs down.
Okay, it's funny you say you got a thing for that. I've always had a thing for the shoulder cape at the back, all thanks to Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed 2. I've ever since those days I'm like, oh, the shoulder capes are cool, man.
Yeah, they are.
Sorry, that was just like there was a brief moment there. You mentioned Assassin's Creed 2, and I was like, oh, I have a very specific issue with that game.
What?
What?
How can you have an issue with one of the greatest Assassin's Creed games ever made, if not the greatest Assassin's Creed ever made?
Because I was playing it, I got most of the way through, and the hard drive, I got enough of the way through to I was almost at the end, and my hard drive on my Xbox corrupted, and I never wanted to go back and play that game.
That sounds like a you issue.
It was absolutely a me issue, but it's meant that I've never wanted to go back and play Assassin's Creed 2.
Incidentally, the book that they wrote, Olivia Bowden, I think, or Oliver Bowden, one of the two, wrote a book that basically tells the entire story of that game. It's really, really well written. I really enjoyed it. So if you don't want to play the game, get the book.
But the Halo books that just turned out to be weirdly good.
Oh, the Halo books are amazing.
I know, it's like you're just meant to be writing about the game. Be like, yeah, but what if we just actually wrote really good books?
What if we wrote really well?
Honestly, those books are surprisingly phenomenal for considering they're based on probably one of the most simplistic shooters ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing games, by the way. I'm not downplaying how good those games are, but yes, we should probably get back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
Well, you besmirched Assassin's Creed 2, and that's just sacrilege in my mind.
Yeah.
Considering I haven't, beyond those 3 games and Black Flag, I don't like any of them.
So yeah, we've got the novitiates there. They show off the third sort of scheme that I have in the army, the Yo-Folk scheme, because again, the sort of lower than the errants, the Yo-Folk have the sort of white with the blue, as opposed to the silver. And for the white there, I had actually run out of my go-to. Well, when I went to paint it, my usual Corax white had dried out, and I couldn't be bothered really to go get some more. So I just went back to base coating them, and then worked around it. I just did the base coat of white, and then
okay,
worked around it.
When you say you went back to, so what you sprayed them white and then built up from there.
So I'd originally zenithelled them like I do, how I start everything. And then when I found out that had dried out, I just went over with more white.
Not bad, yeah. Not bad answer.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the option you've got at the time.
Yeah, I mean, it came out well. I really like as well because I had done the base coat again with the white. It does make the armor sort of a brighter blue, which I think fits for the sort of like less experienced units. Sort of like it gives the vibe of sort of bright new armor. I haven't really seen as much combat.
Kind of a bit of a story through the paint scheme, which is
yeah. And then on the lead for that unit, which I can't remember the exact name of, it's superior. It's something superior. I've gone with the errant scheme there, and then the candles I've sort of picked out with the red on top of there, and then the power sword. I basically just did lead belcher and then went over with athematic blue.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see it a bit better on some future models, but it does stand out a fair bit there. I just thought it really nice. It gives a really nice tint to it, and it also separates it from the hilt a little bit as well.
Yeah.
That's a really I really like that model for just like the details and everything.
Sisters
On the,
models in general are just glowing with detail.
Yeah,
they do have so much detail. It's the novitiate superior. Just context.
That makes sense.
the superior leading the novitiates is the novitiate superior.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that seems on brand.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to go to your next unit?
Yes, indeed.
So up next we've got... This is a slightly updated version of a previous picture we tried to view last time.
Yeah, so as you can see, John, more Zephyrim have been painted.
And they have my absolute favourite detail, which is those goddamn flamberges.
Yeah.
Which in real life John wields like a kitchen knife.
Yeah.
That's what he cuts his steak with.
Eliza will attest to will attest to me wielding a large claymore. Having done some LARP sparring with me and discovered that I may need to learn to pull my punches if I ever want to go to one of those events because
you can actually make foam swords deadly.
I can. I don't need to learn the shatter skill to break through somebody's shield. I just have to hit them hard enough.
Yeah. You are the only person to have actually bruised me with a foam hammer.
I'm very sorry.
We have all sorts of fun over here.
Yeah, so I've got 4 more of them to finish up, as you can see, sort of in the back there. I got about halfway through, and I got a little bit fatigued from those units specifically, so I moved on to painting another unit. So I'm going to go back and finish them, but I really like how they've turned out.
They're looking very nice.
I do, yeah. I really like. What's the connections you've done for keeping them up in the air? Is that just the standard kind of clear thing, or have you done them or something?
I've done a printed rod rather than a GW rod, and there's a little bit of green stuff, a lot of super glue, and a lot of hope.
Many miracle dice were spent.
Yeah,
that's fair. Is there a kind of an intent, or is it just going to be just so they're off the ground? But are you going for the intent of this? Going to be something there, or is it just going to be
It's just the off the ground intention.
Yeah,
just to give them that flight feel. And technically the same height as the official models. So, yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I do like how the blue goes into the fuller. That really highlights the sort of power sword effect I'm going for.
You can see that. You can see that really clearly on that one on the far right there.
Yeah.
They're just. I think you need to send me whatever that file is, because I feel like I need to get a couple of Dark Angels with some power flamberge.
Oh, you definitely do. Absolutely.
I mean, it would make a very nice librarian blade.
Yeah.
Make a really nice librarian blade. How many librarians? 3. I can get 3 librarians.
Try again.
Well, okay, so I can do...
You can get at least 7.
Yeah, you could do librarian spam.
No.
9. I can get 10.
Yeah, 10.
You can get 3 in regular, 3 in power, 3 in Phobos armor, 3 in Terminator armor, and Ezekiel.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can
if you include legends, you can also get them on bikes.
Or if the reveal rumours are true, you might get one in official plastic, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see. But,
We'll see.
But yes, no, you could. Librarian spam is a thing.
Librarian spam, yeah.
Or should I say, could be a thing. I don't think it actually is. I don't think everyone's doing that.
I mean, there is that new detachment.
There is.
What the librarians...
I feel like that's the detachment I would have played if I had stayed with Space Marines.
That was made for you.
Mm.
A detachment that is all psychic? I wonder who that's for.
But the powers of chaos corrupt me, it's fine.
Yeah, you get the way more fun one if you build up your Thousand Suns, because you actually get to use Cabal points. You get to have extra things.
Actually,
you get to have a
magic
phase. Yeah, you get a psychic phase.
Yes. Sadly, they're going to have to be on the end of the track, but I would say speaking of tracks, but it's a little bit too early, so the segue doesn't quite work. But next up, we have no tracks, but we do have.
We have my Paragon Warsuits. They've all got the objectively correct loadout of the multi-melters and the maces.
I mean, you say objectively correct. I mean, I personally prefer swords, just as an aesthetic.
Aesthetically, no, I'm a bit of a sucker for maces, but aesthetically, swords are fine. But data sheet wise, they are specialist for taking out vehicles, and the maces do that better.
So.
I think they look good regardless. I'd even argue in favour of, if rumours are to be believed, the changes that are coming to Flamers as well would be an interesting loadout on them.
What changes?
Apparently Flamers, from looking at the new Ork data sheet, are going away from a random number of hits and are just going to be a fixed number of auto hits.
Ooh. See, that'd be very good.
I was to say, if that's true, I might actually think about taking Flamers, because
I'll dig out the picture. It was when they showed off the new Ork Boys data sheets. The Flamers on there, the burners, are basically, they're just like a flat number of attacks. They're not a random number of attacks anymore.
Okay.
Thank
goodness, I have some more Paragon Warsuits waiting in the wings for me to buy at some point.
I believe we have another 6 ready for you.
Yeah.
So I get that your 2 at the back there are in that like noble. You say
the errand scheme in the back.
The errand scheme. Your 1 at the front though. I feel like if you just like a small section of hazard stripes on there, and dark silver, gold trim. Just get some hazard stripes on there, and that is an Iron Warrior sister of battle right there, an Iron Sister, if you will.
I've just had a thought, and you might hate me for it, but you haven't painted your Morphin Val yet, have you?
I have not yet. No.
Marble pattern armor.
Oh yes. I'm gonna hate doing it.
Yeah,
I'm
you're gonna hate doing it.
doing it, but it's gonna look so good.
But that
I need to do that.
That with these guys would look beautiful.
Yeah, I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to do that now.
I think because there's that thing where like I've seen people do it for painting marble to get like that crackly texture where it's like cotton wool, like they lay out cotton wool over it. And then
most people use like baby wipes dried out and they stretch it.
That was it, baby wipes. I was trying to remember what it was.
Yeah, you can do it quite efficiently with an airbrush. I've seen it done very well and relatively easily, actually. Yeah, I
might have to borrow an airbrush.
Yeah, well, I'm sure between me and John we can sort that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
that's too good.
When I saw them, obviously we've done this before, and I didn't think of it then. But looking at them now, just suddenly in my head, I was just like, "Oh wait, marble armor, well, of course." Yeah, I feel like that would fit in your theme as well.
Yeah, it really would. I was going to do them. I was potentially going to do the Morven Ball and the Black Knight scheme that I've got coming up. But the marble's too good.
The marble is a vibe.
That's too good of an idea not to do.
Sorry about that. I realize.
I'm going to hate you until it's done.
I was going to say, you're going to hate me until you see the final project.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just ruined Eliza's entire painting plans there.
You must suffer painting marble.
But yes, they're beautiful models. They look really cool.
They are very nice. Yeah, I think
the two-tone scheme as well works really well here as well.
I think I really love doing those ones as well. They're just very nice to paint.
They are phenomenal models. Having built a few myself, never actually painted one, but I can see that they'd be quite fun if you're a painting enthusiast. I think John particularly would enjoy these.
Yeah, John would have fun. I was able to have fun, and I am not a painting enthusiast, as we all know.
I'm just like there's the little itch in the back of my brain that's just like offer to do the Morven Val. Like no, I've got too many things to paint already.
It's funny because I was going to throw you under the bus and say, Eliza, you should get John to paint that model for you.
You know, if you want to just do the marble effect, I'll happily hand that over to you. But
the things we make each other do.
Yep. I guess.
To be fair, I haven't handed over any of my painting yet. So.
You haven't, no.
That's true. That's very true.
Very cool. I like it. So, shall we track on?
Speaking of tracks, yeah.
Hey!
That is the old picture of designer. I think I sent you.
Oh, is that the same model, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, in which case, Els, when you see this, cut this bit out. We'll come back to the Rhino later, because we got this instead.
Speaking of tracks, so yeah, you got my Castigator there. I need a lot of vehicles. I've planned for a lot of vehicles. I do not like painting vehicles.
It's funny you say
that. That might be because you don't have an airbrush.
I was going to say, I really enjoy painting vehicles because they're so quick.
Yeah.
If you have
doing this without airbrush, real pain.
Sorry, just very, very quickly. The other thing that I have heard people talk about as a potential option for doing vehicles quickly is makeup sponges.
Okay.
I've seen that done on a few YouTube channels. It does work really well.
Yeah.
Just quicker than doing it with a brush. So we'll dig out the videos and send them your way for that one.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think that would work really well.
this was a slog, and I pushed through. I pushed through because I knew it was going to look good. The Castigator is one of my favourite models in general, anyway.
I mean, in fairness, you could just bring some models over, and we can just spray them over.
That's true, actually.
Like we can base coat them for you, and then you can just take away and finish them.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. If that's all right, I might do that for the vehicles.
I feel like I volunteered you for that as well, John. But
yeah, will that happen in real time? Don't worry.
but yeah, I just think it doesn't take long to base coat a tank with an airbrush. So yeah, we could do that quite quickly. One of us, possibly, probably me. I don't know who.
For vehicles, absolutely. It's this was a slog to get through. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I like the detailing on the panels and everything. It turned out really nicely. Obviously, we've got the brightly coloured hair sister out the top with the storm bolter.
One handing a storm bolter.
Joe, you said like you've got all the cool paint hair schemes and stuff. I feel like you need to get a load of Gang Escher heads.
They would be perfect for that,
I
actually.
have quite a few heads to use, to be fair.
Like punk rocker.
And I do have some of that sort of vibe, yeah. So there will probably be some at some point.
I think I've never really looked at the Castigator properly, and obviously, like it's a cooler version of a Predator, and unfortunately to say, because it's a more grimdark version of a Predator. However, and I think this is the first time I've ever noticed this, what happens when the turret turns? Because those braziers are getting knocked off immediately.
Yeah.
Or it has to go, like, it goes across, and then lifts, and then goes over, and goes back down, and it goes, it lifts. Like,
okay, because the thing is, here's the thing, the little detail in the front of the turret as well is also too high for the turret to go over.
I think they may have over-designed this tank.
I've had to angle that turret up because of the little detail in front.
Sorry. Warhammer models being over-engineered for their purpose.
I might need to retract my statement on preferring this one over the Predator, because at least the Predator is relatively, like, it works as a tank.
I will say, right, that kit is so well designed, you can build most of it without all of the extra stuff on it, and it is a very nice looking tank as just a basic chassis, because it's not a Rhino, it's bigger, it's slightly broader.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I will say, on the official Castigator model, the only difference between this one and the official one is that for some reason the braziers aren't lit on the official one.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
No,
they
are if you.
I can't remember because I haven't.
If you build it as the immolator, the braziers are lit.
You can't build it as an immolator; it's a single kit.
Oh well, the immolator has the same braziers, but
it probably does. But yeah, no, they're separate kits because I'd say it's a completely different chassis.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Just a weird detail.
Yeah, it's a really nice kit to kit bash a tank from. I think because it's just that little bit different from a Rhino.
Yeah,
and much better put together than most Rhino chassis. In fairness.
Yeah, I have to say it is one of my favourite models that I've made. Just like it just looks really nice.
It is very nice,
and I'm very pleased with how it's come out. Even if it was an absolute slog to get there.
Well, at least we can potentially make that a bit easier for you next time.
Yeah, that'd be great. Because I have a lot of tanks planned.
You might need to bring over a pot of lead belcher, but yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go to some characters now. Before we come into some of the newer stuff that you sent me earlier. So
so we have my Magifier here. Yeah, the characters all have the sort of noble scheme. I picked out the candles again with the red just for a bit of like visual interest there, and then the sort of icon there I dry brushed with Retributor, and I'm really not sure how the verdigris happened, but it happened, and I like it.
You know well.
I couldn't tell you what I've done. I don't think even if I wrote things down, I'd be able to tell you.
My guess is that is whatever your base coat was, and then as you've just dry brushed over, it's just left it all in the shadows.
Yeah, that's probably right.
It
wasn't intentional. It wasn't intentional, but it turned out nice.
To say it works.
I'm very pleased. But yeah, it's a very top-heavy model.
I mean, I imagine it would be a very top-heavy person in real life, considering holding this massive metal statue above your head is going to be.
Like, the practicality of this model is just not there. But the style of this model is 100% there.
Yeah,
I feel like this one is trying to like emulate the Blade Guard Ancient with the big, massive ornate metal thing that he's holding up.
The Blade Guard Ancient wishes. Like, that is putting shame on the Blade Guard Ancient.
Yeah, but the Blade Guard Ancient probably could lift that. Like, even in power, I feel like the sister's probably struggling.
Probably.
That's why she's got the head down. It's just quietly swearing. It's just trying to keep this thing upright.
Why did I get stuck with this job? But yeah, no.
I really like this model. How it turned out. Yeah, really nice. Again, it's a very simple scheme that has sort of like it works really nicely in a film.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. It looks cool when it stands out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. The fact that it's more than 3 paints is quite an achievement.
Yeah. I forgot to mention earlier, by the way, I do all of the sort of colder colours with non-oil, and then all of the warmer colours with Reikland Flesh Shade as a wash afterwards as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Works. Okay. Next up we have
the Hospitalia.
Justify a 50mm base.
Yep. The character on a 50mm base.
Sisters.
When everyone else is 32. Base. Everyone else is 32, unless they've got like a thing that they're inside.
This has got more presence than your average Space Marine captain.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally is. It's big. It's a bigger base than the Space Marine captain.
Yeah.
It's quite literally 2 base sizes up from a sister. And it's pretty much just so that she can have a whole dying sister as opposed to just a half one, like the apothecaries do.
Yeah. Look, she's doing a better job than the apothecary. Like, that sister might get up.
I don't know. I mean, based on the amount of blood, I'm not sure that sister's getting up.
You're assuming that's her blood. It could be somebody else's.
And I'm going to point out there's a acid green liquid in that vial. I'm not convinced that's very healthy.
The green is good, right?
Everyone knows green is healthy.
Yeah, that's why all of the Emperor's children on the official box art, all of their tubes have got green in them.
I mean, it works for them.
Yeah, they're just very health conscious,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all just like those horrible like health smoothies.
Literally, I was about to say, yeah, they're just health smoothies,
Just injecting them with kale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's still going to kill you.
Spinach. They work on the Popeye principle.
Yeah.
They suddenly get buff. And that's how they can hold on those massive... Wow.
Yeah.
So that's the Hospitalia, and then I did painstakingly do some like little text details on the book and both the scriptures there. Nothing readable, obviously.
I mean, if you go to the point of like painting readable text on the miniature, you've reached a level beyond probably what even like professional painters would bother going to.
Little daps and like little just scratches are very much the answer in terms of what goes on there. Or I have seen some where they've like done like transfers onto the pages to give them that effect. But
no, thank you. don't want to mess with transfers.
I love transfers myself, but
I enjoy using transfers, but I know
I've never particularly got on with them.
I know a lot of people struggle with them or just don't like them. But I really like them. I think they work really well. But hey. Right, we have got another character, and one that is quite interesting in several ways. Yeah,
so we've got the Demofuge.
Ephrail Stern and Kaiganel, if I'm correct.
That's the one. Yeah, they're the ones. It was... I mean, they're not particularly good. I've played a couple games with them. They're not going to come back into my list, I don't think. They're not terribly. I mean, for the only psychic character in the entire Sisters range, their psychic is pretty bad.
Which one of them is psychic, actually? Who was that?
Ephrail Stern, I'm guessing, based on that base.
Yeah, Ephrail Stern.
Yeah. Okay.
Because her whole thing is that she was exiled, and that's why she has her little Drakari friend.
I thought that was... Is that Drakari? I thought it was a Harlequin.
No, Harlequin, sorry.
I was going to say, I was sure that was a Harlequin.
It might have been a Drakari formerly. I don't know whether you can transfer across, but yeah.
Well, she probably can in Eldari. I mean, in fairness, you could use the Ephrail Stern character though as a Canoness proxy.
Yeah, that's entirely possible.
Instead of a plasma pistol, it's psychic plasma.
Psychic plasma.
Well, then you still get the hazardous, don't you? You know, if you push too far, it's hazardous.
It's psychic that relies on battle shock, which is what makes it kind of terrible.
I mean, have you tried that in 11th yet? Because obviously Battleshock is meant to be...
I've not tried that in 11th yet.
So you might find it's more impactful.
Yeah, I might do. But yeah, these are based... they're based off two specific characters, which is why I've got the sort of witch hat. There are two specific characters in the house. Which is why I've also got the sort of more starry... details on the Harlequin bits. It's a bit more thematic with that.
Very cool. So tying in other hobbies into your Warhammer hobbies, quite a nice idea, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. It's a fun way of doing it.
Yeah, it's also cool to make your own character out of epic heroes and stuff as well. It's quite a nice thing to be able to do. So, I believe we've got one more character to look at.
I believe so.
So many characters.
Be thankful it's not Gene Stealer Colts.
Yeah, true. But we definitely saved the best till last.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So this is the actual first kit that I got for Sisters. Started with the centerpiece.
A bold move, one might say.
Yes, not atypical, but... not...
Yeah. So this is my Saint Celestine, obviously, who I have modelled after my LARP character, and then I've got the Gemini Superior as my partner's LARP character, and the character who is my squire in the in the LARP game. So yeah, I did some sort of custom sculpting with the sort of, there's like a bit of a flower crown detail on them, and then the sort of like the sort of like very large sort of purity seals, which in character is my sort of oaths that I keep to. And then I've also got sort of some custom hair on the Gemini, and some slightly heretical horns, because my partner's character is a sort of fawn type character in the LARP game.
Beastmen sisters.
Yeah.
It's more likely than you think.
Yeah. And also that sort of longer dress detail I sort of sculpted onto that one, the Gemini as well. And then sort of for the wings, I've picked out the sort of the tops with the black and red as an homage to the house that I was previously in as a part of the game, which had the red and black colour scheme to it. And that's also, I'm also doing that with the doves that I've sort of coloured more as eagles, because that was the sort of iconography of the house.
The wings on this especially I really like. They stand out really well.
Yeah.
The whole thing's about it. I do really like the little change from just changing the paints used on the birds just very much changes the vibe on them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like that. It's just like a little shift of just like, oh, you just change the paint just slightly and suddenly it has a completely different spin on it.
Yeah.
Which is it's a good little effect. I like how just that small change has made it feel different.
Yeah, it's very well done. You've done some very small little conversions here that just change the whole aesthetic of the unit. Whether that's through green stuff or paint, you've done some really nice things here just to make them your own without remaking the entire model, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, very impressive.
Thank you very much.
So we're going to move on now. The next set of pictures are ones that you've sent me recently. So this, we're now going beyond the cursed episode, so to speak. So
these are new things.
These are new things. I haven't looked at them in detail. I've obviously prepped the images for today's show, and John hasn't seen these at all, as far as I'm aware.
I have not.
So
these are reveals.
We shall have a look. And the first up, we are returning to the tracks.
Oh, we certainly are.
And there we go.
There we have it, the completed rhino.
Hey.
Yeah. So we got a rhino, which if I feel like I need to point out, because I did this in the cursed episode, doesn't look like it was originally a rhino, because those are sponsor mounts.
No, yeah, I mean, I may have not realised that rhinos didn't have the capacity for heavy bolters a little bit too late. Maybe a little bit after I'd printed 3.
The most ubiquitous unit in the game. And you didn't realise it didn't have the heavy bolter.
It's just like it's like on a camper van, where they've got like a little a rain cover so they don't get if they open the door they don't get immediately wet.
I think you definitely need like a little gargoyle or something just to cover that hole up.
Yeah,
dude, the gargoyle one would be amazing.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I will do. I'll retroactively put a little detail or something to go on there.
Or just like some candles or something, just something just to hide the hole, and it will make it will then look completely intentional.
Yeah. Because I got away with it on the front there, I think.
Like everything else, it's just that little detail there. Like that's so clearly not a rhino.
Yeah. On the front,
Yeah,
front, it looks enough like decoration for a
Yes.
sister's tank that
Yeah.
it's like that's fine. Like,
or maybe even just like actually no, that'd be more work, but like crenellations feel like they would also very much fit around that side.
Yeah.
Is that a hunter killer missile on top?
it is indeed, yeah.
I feel like are they? Am I going mad? Are they like normally mounted at the back?
They can mount wherever you want them.
Yeah,
they
so they are. The only time I've ever encountered a hunter killer missile was on the Razorback that I had way back when I collected Space Marines. So I was very confused at the concept of a hunter killer that mounts on the back.
Yeah, there's several interpretations of where you can mount hunter killers, and there's also many different iterations of what a hunter killer even looks like among GW's range as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like I feel like that. I think compared to the one because the not the Gladiator, Repulsor has a hunter killer, but it's like one that's like a little missile silo, so you can either choose to have it open or close, and it's like intended to mount on the side, so it shoots up and then like goes down.
Yeah, nice. if you get the Deimos pattern Rhino from Heresy, you do get a little missile pond in there, which is designed to sit in the slot just like that. But it looks more like the Havoc launcher from the Chaos Space Marine range, but could be used as a hunter killer as well.
Yeah, because the sisters have quite an ornate one that goes sort of on the sort of back left. That I now know, because the Castigator has one there as well.
You can mount them where you want. Basically, there's no real uniformity to it.
Yeah,
provided there's a missile on it, it's fine.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, it looks really cool. I like it.
Yeah. I do like it.
I decided because the noble scheme takes just that bit. It takes that bit longer. I've decided for the Rhinos, I'm gonna keep to the errant scheme because
makes sense.
They're Rhinos.
Also, what is it with your sisters and the ability to one-hand wield storm bolters? Like, are they all just like working it? That's how they can. Their training is they've got to carry around the big stick.
No.
And then
it's clearly all of the steroids that the medics putting into them, the green fluid.
Yeah. To be fair, there is like so much official art where they're like one-handing bolt guns just out to the side.
It's true.
Constantly.
A storm bolter is 2 bolt guns. That's the point.
No, I swear there is I swear there is a character from the sisters that's one hands a storm bolter.
I mean, at least sisters are in power armor. Yarrick one hands a storm bolter, and he's just a guy.
He's not just a guy. He's the Yarrick. He's old Baelai.
As I said that, I knew that was going to cut. I knew I was going to suffer for that.
I can't believe you of all people said that.
Yeah,
true. It's true.
The resident orc player now.
My green isn't showing clearly.
Well, speaking of green, should we move on? So next up, we've got this one, and we do have a breakdown of some of these as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, so these are my Sacrosants. They are in the Black Knight colour scheme. Got a little bit of a sort of lore tidbit with these ones, where essentially they are sort of sisters of the sort of nobility that forego their identity to get the job done or die trying, and wear these sort of relic suits of black power armor. Yeah, there's just a bit of a and because of that, I wanted to really go custom in with all of the poses and things. So I actually designed all of these poses digitally before printing them as single models. You get some real dynamic poses in there.
Okay, that's cool.
I think we might need to potentially move at least me, but I'm looking around at those bases, which it feels like there's representation on everyone. On the on that front sister, are they standing on somebody?
They are not. No.
No,
They're the only ones not. So we've got an orc.
There's definitely an orc.
A world eater.
There's a world eater, which I'm not very happy about.
Is that the Dark Angel that they've also like impaled there?
Oh yeah, Eliza screwed you twice.
Yeah. Is there a Night Lord in there?
There is.
Okay.
Well, there's some of the Night Lord, which we'll see in a little bit.
I was like, if I'm going to be bullied twice, I at least want to make sure that you've got everybody else.
Yeah, I've also got another Space Marine in the back that I'm going to paint in my friend, one of my friend's schemes. Just get everyone represented in this squad.
That reminds me, you better bring over some basing bits for me and John as well. We want some sisters' corpses.
Yeah.
Well, I sent the.
In fact, I've got a rhino to decorate. I wonder. Under the treads, maybe. Pin to the front.
I haven't glued down my my war trike. I can have them ramping off of her.
This is going to be an escalation of how gruesome we can kill each other's models on our models.
Yeah, at some point we may say oh, maybe we stop.
But until that day.
Until that day.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look at some of these up close, shall we?
So
there's your first one.
Yes, there's the Sister Superior. I literally used one of the black contrast paints.
Black
Legion
Legion
or Black Templar?
Black Legion.
It looks.
I knew it wasn't Black Templar.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
get,
and then just the Retributor gold, and then picked out some of the other details with the blue, just to bring it back into the main scheme. The halberds.
You got a very nice effect on the halberd.
Yeah. I liked how the blue came out on the halberd with the power weapon elements.
It looks like a power weapon.
Yeah, for some reason it just took to them really well. I'm not complaining. So
Nor should you.
No.
Yeah.
It looks very cool. It looks. Black Knight feels like you've achieved the goal there.
Yeah.
The helmets I actually sort of like digitally kit bashed myself with a collection of 3 different helmets to get that sort of winged exactly what I wanted. Because I had a file in my head that didn't exist that I was sure I'd seen before. That was these sort of things, the sort of details with the sort of fleur-de-lis on the front and the winged helmets.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently my mind was combining 3 files, so...
You did it yourself.
Yeah.
I mean...
Nice.
Fair play. Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, next up, we have the Leaper. I believe I'm going to have to give you some tutoring on how to photograph miniatures, because I could not find an angle of what you sent me where I could see the face.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think I need to teach you how to photograph miniatures.
Yeah, that's a very fair assessment. I'm not very good at it, nor do I have the best setup or the best lighting.
Yeah, I mean, those aren't the best things, but I think with the right camera angles and stuff, you'll get much better result.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the entire halberd head covering the other head.
And what annoyed me as well is in the other one, it's literally the shield's covering the face. I'm like, I can't see the face. Yeah, but yes, that's a side. That's an aside. Just
So yeah, this is the one that's killing the orc.
It looks like they've killed the orc and is moving on to the next one.
Moving on to the next orc.
Also, this means that I now need to get some Meganobs in my army, otherwise you won't have any Meganobs to kill.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if these guys can kill Meganobs, because, I mean, I know Sacrifices are pretty good, but orcs are big.
Meganobs. I mean, it's basically orc terminators.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, what I have planned for the list, in terms of like what I can do now in 11th edition with them, is quite nasty. So I might be able to get at least one taken down, I reckon.
It sounds like it's a scrapping.
The question is, are you going to wait for hopefully new ones? Or are you going to get the old kit?
Wait for some new ones, because the old ones are about the same size as regular boys now.
Yeah, that's the problem with some of the armies that we've chosen. Apart from, obviously, Eliza, you've got the brand new off-the-shelf army that's, like, all new. Some of us are like, I don't want to get the old miniatures, so we're going to wait.
or maybe I will look elsewhere.
Yes, or we cheat.
But the thing is like, I don't know how big they're gonna be.
My money on for yours would be at least the scale of the Indomitus Terminators.
Yeah, that would be where I would assume.
Yeah, no, very cool. Looks cool. I like it. I was
very
firing the gun as they're jumping over the corpse as well.
Yeah, cool. I'm very pleased with that pose. And they are sort of primed. The idea with the pose is that they're primed to sort of throw the helmet as well.
Not typically a thrown weapon.
No, not typically. But I was just having a bit of fun posing them around, and I'm very pleased with how this one turned out.
That's fair. It's very Hollywood. Like, oh yes, we can just throw a halberd. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that definitely works.
Yeah, but when you're the orc that gets it, like the power halberd through you, like the others are gonna look at me like. That Yumi just threw that.
Yeah, I feel like the orcs might respect these guys quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that one. Then we've got this one. Now this one, I'm trying to work out what's going on here.
So this is the Night Lord.
Oh, that's what's left?
That's a raptor leg.
Oh, right, okay. I was gonna say,
so that's a raptor leg that is like clamped onto the shield.
I was gonna say, I was really struggling with this picture. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, it's not the best photograph, to be fair.
Sorry, this is one of those cases where I think I need to show you how to take your camera angle.
But
yeah, okay. That I can read that now. Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, how did you do that massive glob of blood?
Green stuff.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. And what's the cable? Is that cable?
Yeah, it's a little bit of like gardening wire.
Okay.
Like a power trail kind of leading off from the halberd.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. I like it though. It's quite cool.
Yeah.
That is There's a lot of blood coming out of that man's leg.
I mean, you'd be surprised how much blood somebody has inside of them, but I feel maybe that might be a little too much for a leg. It's just very
a little excessive.
Yeah, but I feel
it's an impressive amount.
Yeah. Excessive is the name of the game when it comes to 40k, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's very cool. I like it. Okay.
So yeah, there is Night Lord representation.
A small piece of Night Lord representation.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have the Dark Angels Killer.
Yep. And that is I think I forewent the Russ on the basing, and just did a pool of blood for that one. A little bit different.
They're having a bad time. They're having a bad time.
It's a very strange battlefield where this one unit has killed like 4 different armies.
Yeah, it's ambitious.
This feels like this is set in like a Dawn of War game or something where you just got all the armies on one battle.
And they're somehow inexplicably all against each other.
Yeah.
Like,
there's no alliances; they're all just killing each other.
Yeah.
Which with our armies makes total sense.
You can see on this one actually the lion shield that I have included in that one. And the lion heraldry.
Very ironic, isn't it?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I can just imagine this guy getting bashed in the face with this shield with the lion on it. And like,
What was a second?
Daddy?
Wait a damn second.
That's quite cool, though. The irony in this model as well, because it looks like a Dark Angel's sister.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, it really does. They did used to wear black armor as well, you know.
It's true.
Awkward.
That's how she did it. She tricked him.
Yeah. I'm sure you don't pay enough.
Yeah, quite. Okay, so the next one is that one being shot at actively.
Yeah. Yeah. That includes some little Laz details.
I did read it initially as crossbow bolts.
That's fair.
Which I feel like also works.
Yeah, they're redder in person than they are actually on the photo. Yeah, just thought.
You've mentioned crossbow bolts.
I wanted them all to have.
Oh, go on.
I wanted them all to have the sort of like action poses. So one of the ones was sort of running into a hail of fire. I thought that was thematically nice.
Although I am going I've got to follow this thought through because John's mentioned crossbow bolts, and now I'm thinking orcs with junkyard crossbows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you like to know that I do already have an orc? Not made, but there is a from good old Mr. Module Orc. There is Ram Orc with a bow.
Amazing.
And one of the options for the bow is a squig snake. So he's got like it's a bow, and he's got like a squig snake on a bow.
That's quite
amazing.
Cool. Nice.
Crossbow bolts for like your beast snagger boys, like go proper prime, like feral orcs with them.
Yeah, I reckon.
That'd be cool. Well, yeah.
And don't they? I mean, their poses, the look is very different, but like the Crawl Boys have crossbows, don't they?
Cruel Boys do. I have thought about the idea of Cruel Boy, like 40k and Cruel Boys, but they're so not orky. Yeah. They're very like their own thing.
They're almost goblin-esque, aren't they?
They're like a weird between the two.
It's a shame because those would have been perfect because they've got those massive scaled crossbows. They would be almost perfect.
Oh, I mean, I would also I would get the Cruel Boys and the shields. I just want loads of those shields with like the squig pieces on them. Like, but again, it's trying to justify just those. And I've looked for people doing 40k conversions of Cruel Boys, and there is like nothing out there because at least from initial like searching, like if somebody has done them, please share them.
Yeah, correct us down below.
Yeah,
correct us for next Tankard Talk.
I will happily be inspired
as we continue to steal AOS kits for 40k.
Yeah.
Remember, every kit's an orc kit. Yeah.
Cool. So, moving on from that one, we have another one. Or is that the same one, different pose?
Yeah, that's the angle of the
right,
first one.
Yeah, I got a bit confused by the order of some of these.
And there's this one that is stabbing into the World Eater.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, this must be answered in blood.
This is a challenge issued to out melee the World Eaters.
This is a challenge the World Eaters will answer. You can throw your halberds all you like.
This one also serves as my second superior if I wanted to run them as 2 units of 5, which is why they've got the double tilt shield, like the other superior.
I didn't even notice that detail.
So I can pick them out if I want to. But I probably won't, because they are really good in squads of 10.
I reckon they'll make a lovely meat shield.
We shall see.
Oh, we will. I've got
probably come down to who charges first, really.
Challenge accepted. They're gonna die.
Dem's fighting words.
Okay, right. I believe we have one more shot to look at, which is this one.
Yeah. They're sort of in a turning behind them to shoot pose there. Sort of knelt down. Yeah.
It's a very
cool
cool action
like
pose. Yeah.
I enjoyed them a lot. I'm probably going to do more because I just enjoyed doing all the posing so much. I have lots of other ideas. So,
I mean, we were talking about hordes earlier. I wasn't expecting a sacrosanct horde. But
that would be incredibly difficult in 11th edition.
I mean, you can run 30 of them. It's a small horde.
Yeah. They are ridiculous points prices, though.
I mean, you can also. There's also the other kill team that's Sacrosancts as well.
Yeah,
the Insidian. Sorry, they're Insidians, not
the Celestian Insidian. Yeah. These do suffer quite a bit from the spam tax, even if you just take 2.
Okay.
Which is interesting, considering they have the detachment that actually directly benefits them if they take more than 1 unit.
But then if they're that good.
Yeah. To be fair, the detachment, especially because multiple units could potentially be supported by a Palatine and a Hospitalia, spoiler alert, mine will be.
And you can hide rhinos.
And you can put them in a rhino. They become very, very nasty. Especially with the stratagems and detachment rule.
I look forward to finding out just how dangerous they are.
Yeah. And it's not like they've got like a few attacks that hit heavy. It's like it's a good number of attacks as well.
Very cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
Nice. So,
I believe that's the last one.
It is for the time being. I'm sure there's more to come in the future.
Yeah, I've got a couple that are two-handing the halberd that I found a way to sort of attach the shield as if it's sort of holstered.
Okay.
But I haven't got around to painting those ones yet, so
Nice.
So you are making a spam list of these ones then. They are going to be your like spam. You're going to have a lot of them.
So far I've only planned 1 unit of 10. But I will want more because they're one of my favourite units in the entire range. So.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I've seen people like throw on like 30 Scarab Occult Terminators into lists and stuff like that. I mean, that's just mental.
Yeah, that is quite a lot.
Yeah, they run out. They suffer a bit on survivability, but like in terms of punchiness, they are nasty.
That's what your rhinos are for.
Yeah, and Hospitalia.
Is there anything that they can charge out of in Sisters?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, so you would have to set them up for the charge, but
Yeah.
That's not impossible to do. Just it was a mere moment of curiosity.
Yeah, there's not too. I don't think there's many vehicles in the game that does that, but I may be wrong.
No.
Very
Nice.
cool. Like it.
Very cool. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the sisters of the channel, and there will be more to come. As you can see, we are well and truly on our way to being ready for some 11th edition madness. Speaking of 11th edition madness, we do have the secret army that John didn't know about until a few weeks ago.
I did not.
Certainly do.
You stole. I'd say stole it from underneath me, but I wasn't planning on doing it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured after years of trying to get you to do it, you weren't going to do it. So I was like, well, I started doing them all in Legions. Why not do them in 40k as well? And I have to say, I very much enjoyed it, and still do. I've got many more to do.
The thing is, John, you are kind of just doing World Eaters, but with like more whimsy.
World Eaters with whimsy.
I mean, it's like the answer. The direction was correct. The direction was World Eaters, but I needed them green. I needed to occasionally be like, I can do shooting. Am I going to do good shooting? No, but I'm going to do a lot of shooting.
Lots of DACA, and that's it.
Although I did read. I need to look at what the combination was. But somebody managed to get 120 shots out of grots, hitting on threes.
That's quite impressive.
Huh?
It was the hitting on threes that I was like 120 shots from grots. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But hitting on threes,
that's impressive.
You can't save them all.
No, you would eventually fail your saves, even with a 2-up armor save.
Like, that is some bad laws of averages at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. More hordes.
Hordes.
All the hordes. Speaking of hordes, the first unit up on the docket is my jackals, which I've mentioned several times already. There's two reasons I've mentioned them several times already. One, I love this kit. Two, I hate painting this kit. And three, I've painted a lot of this kit already.
Mm-hmm.
Also, now that you've pointed out that they're wearing jeans, I cannot unsee them wearing jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do look like they're wearing jeans.
I didn't think about it before, but now that's all I can see. In a good way, but they have just like they raided the planet of denim.
I to be honest, I feel like these guys are like just like they come from the same stock as the Gene Stealer cultists, except they just gave up on mining completely and were like, right, we're butchers now.
They just started stealing jeans.
They're on like a textiles planet, like producing jeans, and that drove them into the arms of Khorne.
L3V1S.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got a couple of little close-ups of some of them as well, just so you can have a look. So this is the first Jackal unit, and spoiler alert, there's more. Yeah. Lots of blood effects, lots of paintwork. This was all done with basically contrast paints where possible.
Yeah.
I could try and go through all the paints on these guys, but there's so many details on these guys. There's so many different paints I've had to use across the models. They are very detailed, which is really cool visually, but when you're painting a horde, it is hard to get through.
I can spot that snakebite leather.
Yeah. So yeah, but they look phenomenal. I love this kit; they're amazing, and the kit is so well designed. I mean, I've made 30 of them currently. I have another 20 at the moment to do, and so far I have not repeated a single pose combination. Yeah, they're really nice. So yeah, that's 10 jackals, but of course 10 is never enough, so there's 20.
Another one.
And then there's 30.
Another one.
So yes, I did spend, I think, just over 2 weeks painting these guys. Just these guys.
The screaming horde of jackals.
Yeah.
If anyone ever does this as well, please, for your own sanity, don't paint 30 jackals in one hit. It is hard by the time you get past the first 10.
But
Yeah.
they do look very good.
They do look very cool.
I mean, I was talking about having fatigue from like the 10 Zephyrum.
Yeah, try and do 30 of these fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'll say I've got another 2 lots to do at the moment. I'm going to get a 6th one because I might as well now. But my plan is to do a unit, then do something else, then do maybe another unit and cycle them that way, so I'm not just blasting out 100 jackals in one go.
Thousands of them.
Maybe one day I will do the infamous 120, but I'll get to the 60 and that's me done for a while.
Yeah, you can always organically get to the 120 just by acquiring, because they'll be in the boxes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to get the 60 because one, I like the idea of running 60 of them. I like hordes. For someone who hates painting, that's a terrible thing to like, but I like hordes. So I think if I get my 60, then I'm happy. I've got my little horde, and then as I buy over time, the special boxes and stuff to get all the other stuff when they inevitably come with the jackals, I will just slowly build up the extras.
Yeah, you'll acquire them over time.
Yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to buy any more once I've got the 60. But they will be.
There is something like immediately appealing about a horde. Like, I would never want to do it, but that list that I found where I could fit like 500 gaunts into a Tyranids list legally.
See, that's the difference. That's the difference between me and you. You don't want to do it. I really want to do it.
Oh, I want to have it done, to have it completed and see it on the table. I don't want to do the process.
I genuinely thought about doing Tyranids because I love hordes. But I also I do like to have a little bit of narrative in the army, and I struggle to narratively put myself in the shoes of the Tyranids.
Yeah. They are. We've discussed it previously many times, but they are the hardest ones to put character into because they are just they're like a weapon. They're just they're
a force of nature.
Yeah. Whereas I can do hordes with orcs, and I can pick up every boy and be like, this boy has a story.
Yeah. And even then, it's even if it's not every character, even if every model doesn't necessarily have a story, but being able to have a character that's leading you, you can give a backstory and a narrative to, is really appealing to me, especially with narrative play. And that's why, sadly, as much as I love the Tyranids as a concept, as an army, the aesthetics, the models, everything is nigh on perfect. It's the hive mind that just ruins it for me in the terms of wanting to do it as an army. It doesn't ruin it for me in the terms of they exist in the universe. I love it because they're a great enemy, but it does mean they're an army I don't think I'd ever get behind playing.
Yeah.
It's just, but I fill the void by filling it with chaos.
And there are many hordes you can run in chaos.
There are many hordes.
That's how chaos gets you.
Because, spoiler alert for the future, we've already mentioned that I intend to do the Poxwalkers. I will do Zangor Spam as well. So it just means I need to wait for Emperor's Children to get their version, and I'll be happy. I will have 4 massive hordes.
Do you not run Demonettes in Emperor's Children?
not the same thing.
Fair enough.
Like obviously with core like a bloodletters, but they're not like a chaff horde unit, so to speak.
You want your like mortal followers.
Mortals.
Yeah. I need the
as much as like Zangors are mortal because they're beastmen.
They're beastmen,
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd like Thousands to get like a cultist unit as well, and then I'd also like to see the other flavors of Gors enter the other three as well.
Slangors, give me them Slangors.
And yes, then I would do the ultimate horde of Gors, mortals, and Astartes.
Just the entire beastmen collective.
Yeah. That's my vision for the future, but obviously for now we have got world eaters.
And now we have jackals.
Now we have jackals, and many jackals. They are.
Many jackals.
So for my first 1,000 points of world eaters, which is actually closer to 1,300 points, is 30 jackals. And because obviously these pictures were all made for the sort of big reveal cursed episode, we've got some army shots as well. Which kind of shows off the full scope of the World Eaters Legion that I've created.
Oh, they're so terrifying.
Yeah, it's a mental mix of models, and I did not make my life easy for myself whatsoever in doing this.
But you did do them in the right colour scheme, which is the Heresy era scheme, it's such a nice scheme on World Eaters.
It's
so good,
beautiful scheme. And one thing I love about it, because I love Blood for the Blood God, it takes it so well. And of the three legions that wants to use a lot of it, white armor and blood.
I mean, I feel like the joke was that was kind of the point. Is they started with the white armor and then it just they at some point you've got to go. I just can't be bothered cleaning it anymore, and you just paint it red so that you don't have to worry.
Well, there's the short story with the Horus Heresy where Lorgar just goes to Angron. You should just paint your armor red.
Just give out the middle band. You're going to end up in it. Just paint it red. Be done with it.
Yeah. But yeah. So, but I do generally just prefer the Heresy scheme anyway. And spoiler alert again for the future of the channel and my armies, I prefer the Heresy schemes for all of them. So all of my Legion Chaos Legions will be Heresy era schemes.
They're good schemes.
They are wonderful schemes, and it stands out a little bit as well because the majority of people will paint them in the current schemes or their own schemes. I'm not the only person who's done Heresy scheme for 40k by any stretch. I've seen quite a few World Eaters players that do it as well because it is such a nice scheme. Yeah. Surprisingly easy to paint as well, I would say. But we'll just quickly fly through a couple of the close-ups from this army shots. Obviously, we've got the jackals piling out of various places on the terrain. We've got big blocks of 8-bound.
Those scare me.
Those
huge. Genuinely scare me.
They are huge. Yeah. Like the guys with the axes are like a full-on Space Marine size. Like it's Primaris Marine from head to toe. They're huge. The axe heads alone are bigger than the jackal's entire torsos.
Whew.
They're enormous.
I enjoy it. I appreciate it was maybe accidental placement, or maybe it was very intentional placement, but the one guy with like the chain glaive and the absolutely eviscerated guard like,
it was intentional.
Okay, cool. I was like, I didn't know whether you were just like scattering bits and then ended up with that, or whether that was
the bodies were placed. The bodies were placed intentionally. But yeah, and also on all of the 8-bound and exalted 8-bound, the leader always has like a Space Marine helmet on there, so each one has a different chapter represented. So we'll be able to pick those out.
This one's rocking the white scar.
Yeah, he's got a white scar helmet. And then obviously on top, some of my favourite models here. So I've got Heresy Mark III armor there on the World Eater Berserkers. And
they are beautiful.
And a Heresy era Mark VI Praetor as well, which I'm using as our Master Executions.
It's just a very, very cool Master Executions. I enjoy that you've also gone with like the slightly different, like the helmet that really like exaggerates the butcher's nails, kind of coming off on the Praetor of the Master Executions. But
I there's a hierarchy in helmets and stuff which I like,
and I feel like we could sit and just gush over the Demon Prince again, but there is a good chunk of audio that is just us gushing over the Demon Prince when we were building the Armageddon box.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, that Demon Prince, though.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, we've got a few shots later on where we'll get really up close and personal with it, so we'll come back to him in a minute. But him standing there with all his cronies, just lovely.
Yeah, so good.
I've got the Demon Prince itch now. There will be many.
But there won't be. But this one will be the special one, and I feel like this one needs a name.
No,
not right now, but just it feels named character vibes.
I mean, I'm intending to build them all as unique as possible, so they will probably all need names.
Okay.
As I end up with probably like 12 of them over time.
I don't know what like the naming conventions are behind World Eaters, actually.
It's a good question, actually. I don't really know. Maybe to have a look at that. But yeah, let's go and have a quick little mosey on at some of the units. So obviously, got the variations on the jackals. I won't spend ages on these because obviously, jackals are jackals. They're cool, but they are.
I mean, they are cool. They are very, very cool.
Yeah. They look really good.
Yeah, so they're cool. I enjoy them. Getting lots of mixes of looks and appearances in there, and I try to weave in a little bit of the heresy scheme where possible. That's why I've done the jean trousers and the guy, the pack leader there on the right hand side has got the little blue top knot as well. Just kind of tie them in a little bit.
Nice.
Little knots and stuff.
And same with this one as well. He's got the same thing, and he's also got a blue loincloth. This one as well.
Yeah.
Also, I need to call attention to the Dishonored, which is the massive hulking guy there. He's got on this particular model, he's got the Skull Smasher weapon, which is basically it smashes skulls, but it's also a cage with a bunch of skulls in it.
That sounds like a nightmare to paint.
It was a complete pain in the ass to paint. Yeah, it was horrible. I've done 2 Dishonored with the skull cages. The third one, when I was doing the 30th set of jackals, I was like, no, I can't do it again. So I gave him different weapons. I don't care. In game, he's got that, but he's got armed something else. It's not WYSIWYG. I don't care.
Yeah.
I may do another one just so that when I'm playing the game, I can represent in each 20-man block that they both have of that. Or mix things up and stuff, but yeah,
but for the time of doing 30 in one sitting,
I went the other way and made one without. Incidentally, I also prefer the look of the other one, to be honest, because he's got both his arms severed, and he's just got 2 massive blade arms, which is there.
Nice.
So yeah, also. The Dishonored is great. You get 4 different head options and about 5 different weapon arms, I think.
Oh, nice.
So you can really vary it up quite nicely.
Yeah.
Again, it's a fantastically well-made kit. You don't repeat yourself, and I'm setting myself the challenge of doing 60 without repeating a pose.
Nice.
Which is, yeah,
I believe might be doable.
It speaks to the quality of that kit.
Yeah.
And that's also the problem with it. It's so well detailed, it's a pain in the ass to paint.
Yeah.
So yeah, the sacrifice you have to make is you have to paint it. But, right, so we're going to move on because we've got the first unit I painted for World Eaters.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
I set myself quite the challenge when I came to World Eaters by going, oh yeah, the first thing I'm going to paint are the bloody 8-bound.
I feel like, by comparison though, it wasn't like Celestine is your first thing that you're going to paint.
not in the sense of scale, but in terms of detail, I would say each one of these guys has probably got more detail.
Oh, they are detailed to hell and back.
Yeah, like the amount of like tiny little bones and teeth in random places. Like every one of their axes just has random teeth coming out of it in weird places.
I mean, on the plus side, you knew what you were getting into. Like, if you could not stomach painting these, you knew that you were going to make a mistake.
I mean, genuinely I did not know I couldn't stomach these yet, because I was taking a massive gamble. Because, as we all know, I'm not a fan of painting, generally. No. So I took a huge gamble by going, let's do World Eaters, it'll be fine.
Yes, I do not care for their fleshy backpacks.
I love it. I love it.
No, it is a hell of a lie that actually it works. It's just unpleasant.
It works. It's just horrible.
As soon as I saw the sculpts and I saw how organic they were, I was like, "That's got to be flesh. It's got to be flesh."
Yeah.
But when you look at the GW website, they're kind of painted like flesh, but because they're a slightly different tone to the armor, but they're not the same tone as the skin, and it's not even close.
I wonder if they're meant to be like demon flesh.
Yeah, that's what I kind of wondered, maybe. But I just went, they're flesh. They're part of the marine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I cut into a backpack and it bleeds, I'm out.
Corn cares not from where the blood flows.
Clearly.
Literally.
If it's from the backpack.
Yeah. And as I mentioned earlier, different helmets from the trophy rack. So we've got Blood Angel there on that one. And then as we move over to the other three of the 8-bound, we've got obviously a Dark Angel represented on the helmet there. So you've found your way into my army already, John. In a small way.
Yeah. You fired the first shot.
Technically.
You're just missing an orc skull up there, actually.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll get there.
I presume so. If you need them, I'm happy to provide you with some orc skulls.
I believe I have some, but always more is welcome. Also, what's quite cool is the guy on the left here, as we're looking at him, the skull in the centre is definitely a Space Marine skull because he's got servo studs in the skull.
Oh, cool.
Which is very cool until you do a me, and on the 9th 8-bound you've done, you finish painting it and think, oh, I'm all done, and then look at the skull like, I missed the metal studs.
Oh no.
I'm so annoyed. So I had to go back in and paint that. So yeah. But hey, I've done it, it's fine. I also love the weapons on these guys as well. You get quite a cool little set of like really gnarly looking weapons.
Yeah, they look really cool.
But then we move on to the Exalted 8-bound, which genuinely just look that little bit more demonic.
Yeah.
Because
they've got like the more demony hands and like the horns through the shoulder pads.
Yeah, and they've got slightly more aggressive faces as well.
Yeah.
They've got some extra bones coming out of their armour in places as well, which is very nice.
One of them's got their dogs out.
Got the dogs out, yeah. And one thing I did with my 8-bound as well, is I gave them, so the Exalted 8-bound, I gave red glowing eyes. So if you cannot tell, you can just look at the eyes. So are they exalted or are they not? You can tell by the eyes if you can't tell by anything else. And it just makes them look that little bit more evil. Which is what we want.
That's what we want. That's what we want. We want to look a little bit more evil.
Yeah, and obviously I have 6 Exalted 8-bound because why not?
Yeah,
the ones where the claws are poking through the boots just look really uncomfortable.
There's not much about these models that look comfortable, trust me.
No.
I mean, they are full of demons. They're probably not going to be having a good time regardless.
No. And the one that's got like the chainsaw hand as well, that's like through his hand. It looks like it's literally like bored through it. It does not look pleasant.
Nice.
But also, the chain glaive on this guy gave Els a lot of envy. Because she's got her little Night Lord chain glaive. And this, the Night Lord chain glaive fits inside the head of that chain glaive.
Jesus.
That's how huge it is.
That's a lot of chain glaive.
Yeah, it is enormous. And because I had what equates to 4 boxes of these guys, I've got a lot of spare chain glaives.
Keep an eye on them. Otherwise you run the risk of a Night Lord player trying to steal them.
I mean, I have a funny feeling Els might at some point ask me to kit bash one of these chain glaives into a Terminator character or something, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. Oh, that would make a good Terminator character.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the 8-bound. They are very cool, very, very time consuming to paint, but very fun as well. Actually, I did enjoy painting them.
They're cool. I like them a lot.
Again, once you get to the 3rd set, you're starting to lose the will to live a little bit. But I made the cardinal mistake of just going for the entire. Like, I had a set of units. I'm just going to do them all in one go. So I did that. I did 30 Jackals in one go. I had 12 8-bound in one go. It was not a smart move.
No.
It's worth spacing them out.
Yeah, you should really. I originally obviously did this with the intention of rushing it to get it done for the reveal a few weeks back, which obviously fell through.
But now they're done.
And they look cool, and I am very happy with them. But the
end result at least justifies it.
Yeah, but in a typical scenario, I would suggest doing what I'm planning to do, which is alternate units, so that you don't give yourself a heart attack as you're doing so many in one go. But yeah, so that's the 8-bound. We are moving on to the Heresy era World Eaters Berserkers.
Yeah, they look really nice.
These were an absolute cakewalk to paint. Like, if you told me, right, I had to paint 120 of these guys, I'd be like, cool, when do you want it done? 2 weeks?
Which is impressive, considering that.
I genuinely think I could paint these guys. Well, I know I could paint each one in about an hour. I think I could do an entire marine in an hour with these guys. They're so quick.
Nice.
Basically, these are the official GW Mark III bodies, but with a bunch of 3D printed heads and arms. Just to turn them into the World Eaters.
Like, the bare arms really, give the vibe.
Yeah.
So,
it's really good.
And I've got my big chain axe that I've had sat in my STL files box for about 3 years. Just waiting for an excuse to use it.
Yeah.
And I found it. They are the Eviscerators.
Yeah.
So and the keen-eyed among you may notice that in the back of the unit there is the guy with a banner. That is my icon bearer, and I know gameplay-wise I probably should have an icon on the Eviscerator or a Sergeant with a plasma pistol or something like that. But I like banners.
You do like a banner.
I like a banner. So I turned the icon of Khorne into a banner bearer, and therefore he's his own model. So do you know what? Cool. Probably not a smart idea gameplay-wise. I don't care. It looks cool.
that is the answer. Now, there is. You say about keen-eyed. There is one thing that I think I have noticed.
Oh, what's that?
On that plasma pistol. Is that a drill? Did you drill the barrel?
No, I didn't. Because believe it or not, those are 3D printed plasma pistols, and for whatever reason, I didn't check the file. Normally I do, and normally all the models I print have holes in the barrel. This one did not. I'd already printed a set of them, and my printer died, sadly, just as I was about to paint them, so I just thought, fuck it. They're not drilled. I don't care. I put a little bit of black paint on them. That'll do.
Yeah, it was just. I think it's just very funny from the perspective of I know what you're like if there isn't drilled barrels.
I do tend to prefer it, but I learnt quite a lot of lessons by painting a shed load of Legions Imperialis over the last year and a half or so. And I very much come to... The reason I don't like painting is because I don't like how long it takes, so I have to be as efficient as possible to enjoy it.
You mean you weren't going in and drilling the barrels in Legions?
Believe it or not, no, I didn't. I imagine the structural integrity of the models would have been diabolical if even I didn't tried.
Like a hair drilled with a piece of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I defy anybody to do that and not have their models just disintegrate.
Someone saying that someone somewhere has done it. I can guarantee you.
I'm sure someone has, and to that person I say, well done, you're the biggest idiot around. But yes.
No, these guys. Oh.
Yeah, they're very cool, very fun, easy to paint. I've got some 40k era berserkers now as well. I'm very interested to see how they're going to go together and how they'll paint up as well, because obviously these Mark IIIs are a lot simpler in detail.
Yeah.
So they were very quick to paint. I would be very interested to see how much longer the 40k era ones take to paint.
That's Chaos Trim.
40k ones have trim.
Oh, these ones have trim as well. It's just not as obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, these ones, by comparison to 40k ones, are right-handed.
Yes, my ones that I custom made with 3D printed parts are right-handed, unlike the GW. Why all the melee units left-handed? Statistically, that shouldn't be the way it is. Just saying.
I presume it's meant to be ambidextrous. They've just done them all with gun in one hand.
I feel like they've gone with this ideology in their heads that because it's a 40k setting, that your gun is your primary weapon. So you put it in your primary hand. But the reality is that's just not true in 40k, both in lore and in game. Because the World Eater's primary weapon is their axe.
I just got curious actually. I was looking over to the side to see what I have. In terms of other Marines that I've got immediately on hand. The Black Templars, Grimaldus, Crozius in the right hand, pistol in the left. Yeah. The Sword Brethren, sword in the right hand, weapon in the left.
Yeah, some of them are, but if you go through a lot of the GW 40k kits, you will find a lot of the pistol and weapon wielding models are left-handed.
What are the assault intercessors, actually?
I believe they are left-handed.
Propaganda.
I'm pretty sure they are, because I'm pretty sure I've had to, very purposely, in my own models, swap them over.
They are all left-handed.
Yeah.
Or they're just, only using...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So... It's a silly thing to be annoyed by, I think, potentially, but it does annoy me. It does annoy me.
I was going to say, it annoys you, though. Yeah. Very much annoys you.
It very, very much annoys me. But, hey-ho, at least I've got these guys and they're right-handed, so it's fine.
We discovered the fun of every Marine being left-handed when we were trying to do the Armageddon box with custom bits.
Yeah.
Oh, that was frustrating.
Tankard veterans are all left-handed for some reason.
All left-handed for some inexplicable reason.
Because you're definitely not telling me that their pistols are their primary weapons compared to their power weapons. Anyway, let's not rant on about
Moving
it
on.
much.
Moving on. Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on to potentially what is my most exciting... it's my second most exciting model, I would say. Because obviously I had a bunch of Heresy era Marines and I needed someone to lead them. And so, obviously, it made sense to have a Heresy armoured character. And we have Master of Executions, pretty much is the main character you can put in your World Leaders Berserkers. And they just so happened to have, a few years ago, in the Age of Darkness box, the previous Heresy starter box, released a Praetor in that box with a honking great axe.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a master execution to me.
And I was just like, yep, I bet I could turn that into a massive execution with very little effort. And very little effort was made. Because
that is gorgeous.
It basically just makes itself. All I had to do is to cut off a couple of wings off the center skull and turn those into, instead of metal skulls, turn them into bones. I put a 3D printed head in there. I chose not to put the cape on and just replace the shoulder pads with 8-pound shoulder pads.
Yeah.
And there you go. A very simple
the lightning on that is just like...
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that looks very nice.
I took a gamble. This was my first and only use so far of the Bold Titanium White paint. A friend of mine, recently done a lion model and had done some very, very crisp lightning effects on the sword. And it just made me think, I spent a long time painting tiny, tiny, tiny miniatures. Maybe I'm good enough to try lightning effects again. And I just thought, if I don't like it, I'm going to cover this in blood, so it doesn't matter. So I tried it, and I thought, actually, no, I'm happy with that result. So yeah, I ended up, when I did the blood effects, I masked it all off and sprayed the blood around it. Because I've read in various places that apparently power weapons evaporate the blood off the blade. So I was like, cool. That means I didn't waste the effort either.
It's quite nice with the sort of blood effect on the hands and everything. It does look like he's literally just turned it on to fizzle the blood off and just cleaned his weapon quickly.
Yeah. So it's a great model, and I'm going to point out here, anyone who's followed us before will have heard me say this before, but whenever I have done Space Marines in the past, and I will continue to do so now that I'm doing 4 legions of them, I like to paint the power packs completely differently to the body armor, and that is because 90% of the time when I'm playing the game, I'm looking at the backs of my models, so I would like something a bit more visually interesting. So I purposely paint the power packs differently. And a few years ago, I saw someone do an Alpha Legion model with the just bare metal power pack, and I was sold. So that's what I do with my Space Marines now. I have I like the idea that the power pack is just a purely functional piece, so there's no heraldry on it and stuff. It's just the basic metallics that they use for the armor, and they just stick up the back.
Yeah,
nice.
So yeah, nice little conversion.
Yeah. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, and fits in with my unit, which I like. Right, now we are going to close out today's episode with the centerpiece of the World Eaters for me at the moment. And that is the kit I have admired for years.
So many years. As long as I've known you.
I wasn't a Chaos player back then, I don't think either. Or I may have tangentially done a few conversion armies maybe, but yeah, ever since this kit came out, I've wanted it, and I've wanted an excuse to buy it. I now have an excuse to buy many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the real problem is how many of them are you going to buy? It's not a question of are you going to buy more? It's, are you going to get 3 for every army? They can all take them.
Technically, you can win 6 in every army.
So are you going to buy 6 for every Chaos Legion?
I think you should, personally.
I mean, probably. Genuinely, it probably will happen eventually over time.
Even for the sake of content, just seeing how far you can stretch this box.
I can tell you for an absolute certainty that every Legion will have 2 at a minimum. I'm going to tell you now that the World Eaters are probably going to have 3. Nice. Because I want... One, the detachment I want to use requires monsters to interact with the jackals, and the Demon Prince is just a very nice but relatively affordable monster to have rocking around with them. I was originally going to do this guy and then have the winged one, so that I got 1 of each. Spoiler alert, that's what I plan to do with all of them. 1 without, 1 with. But then, during our previous recording of this episode, I had the idea of trying to convert 1 with 2 weapons. and now I can't undo that in my brain, and I feel like I don't want the 2-weapon one with wings. I just feel like having him on foot with 2 weapons, like proper gladiator style, feels so much cooler to me.
Sorry, you say gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
I say they need gladiuses.
I mean, maybe
gladiuses, like scaled up to Demon Prince size.
That's an
would
idea
be very
I
well
hadn't thought of, but I'm liking it.
Chain gladiuses.
So what I'm thinking is I definitely will probably have 3 in World Eaters eventually. The next one I get for the World Eaters, I very well may attempt to take this kit beyond what it was intended and put 2 melee weapons in its hands.
Nice.
And the idea now of the Gladii is gonna sit in my brain for a while.
Chain gladius.
Gladius. Power Gladius. Chained Gladius. They've got like a chain between them.
But yes, there's a very good chance that the next one will probably be on foot and heavily converted as well.
I also enjoy that, in my humble opinion, you have the most correct head on this one. And if I was if I was going to do a Demon Prince, and if I was going to, like, regardless of whether I did the World Eaters or anything else, or even if they weren't corner lined, I would still use that head because I feel like that is the best head out of the kit. Every head is amazing in that kit, but I think that one is my favourite.
Yeah, all the heads are really cool. This one is definitely one of, if not the best. My difficulty now is I want to avoid using it again, even though it is the best. So how I tackle that with the next corner, I'm not quite sure. Whether I go for one of the more like generic demon heads and do some green stuff work on it, or potentially take this head and just modify it some way to make it different. Could be an option. I will have to muse on that when I come to the next one.
Yeah, it's a difficult one because it's such a that like everyone is unique, and it's trying to then make something that's unique more unique, so it doesn't look the same. It's a tough one, but
it's going to be an interesting challenge, but I'm pretty confident I can do it. So
my immediate thought is taking a leaf out of the Orc book, and if you want to make a head different, you just give like a big like jaw, like lower mask kind of thing.
There are so many potential options with how to modify this in ways. I mean, there's so many options in the kit, and that I think that's something I'll come on to now, because I haven't added anything new to this. There's no sculpting from me. There is no kit bashing. This is only from the bits available for the Demon Prince. There are so many bits in this box, and so many of them were perfectly suited to what I envisioned a World Eater's Demon Prince to be.
Yeah.
So typically, like, the World Eater's Demon Prince has a big Space Marine power pack on it. But I saw in the kit that it had this really, really vicious pair of trophy racks, and I just thought, yep, that feels like a World Eaters thing. So trophy racks it is, sod the power pack. Both sides of the hips have extra armor plates that stick on, which come attached with heaps of skulls and semi-flensed heads and stuff like that. I was like, cool, well, that's World Eaters. He slapped them straight on. Great, no problem.
Yep, that's got to go
on. So basically, every piece I could find that had a skull on it, I added to make this as skull rich as possible. And what I've obviously learned by doing that as well is that actually, because of the way they attach as well, it'd be very easy to shave them off, save the skulls, and just put the armor panels on. So when you do another, like if I was to do a Slanesh one or a Zygian one, I don't have to have the like reams of skulls.
Which is nice. They kind of give you that option,
yeah.
And you could also potentially like cut them away and then put other skulls on there instead.
Yes, yeah.
So like create a different effect.
It's very, very well designed. I really like it. They give you there's so many little options that you can play around with, and it's nicely designed the way the parts go together that you can make little modifications to make them unique.
Yeah.
Very, very easily.
Sure.
And that big shoulder pad there as well, or technically that side, but yeah. The symbol on that shoulder pad is a separate piece, and you get a piece for each of the Chaos Legions.
It's very nice.
So you can add the World Eaters, or well, you can add the Khorne, Slaanesh, Tzeentch, or Nurgle emblem to the shoulder pad as a option.
Which also means that for every kit you buy, you've got a bunch of those spare, which you could use on other stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you get loads of spare pieces. Obviously, I've got massive wings as well, which God knows what I'm going to do with.
You'll find something.
Oh,
You'll
I'm
find
sure
something.
I will. I've got a massive Space Marine power pack to use as well. Yeah, so there's lots of tiny little bits and pieces you can play around with. It's just so many.
It's beautiful.
It's
It's a beautiful kit. It's just
I like the idea that he's got rings on his fingers as well. Like, if World Eaters don't feel very vain to me, but I was just like, well, they're there, so I'll paint them.
Yeah, no, it works. It just
He knows how to accessorize.
Yeah, this one does apparently, just a little bit.
I mean, with the scale of it, that could be like any like trophies or in some other capacity as well. Like, I'm not quite sure in terms of like how that would scale. Like whether it could be like I don't know what it would be that could potentially be identified as like trophies, but that could definitely be what it is.
Absolutely, yeah. And also, as I said, with the skull rack at the back as well. I believe that is traditionally meant to be for the AOS kit or the AOS version of this model. You can take a lot of the AOS stuff and use it for the 40k side of things. Like his axe arm is the AOS arm. I just preferred the angle and the position, and I fancied like a lighter arm because again I kind of went for the whole Nucerian gladiator idea that he's like less armored than a lot of the other princes might be.
No, it just works. It just is.
Yeah.
It's very good.
And as we have been saying all episode today, apparently, every kit is a 40k kit. And just because this has AOS parts does not mean that it can't be used in 40k. I feel like Chaos is definitely one of those ones that works in both.
I mean, you have. I mean, in this case specifically, this kit was designed to be in both.
Yes.
Which is a slight difference. But one thing I did think as well, because obviously the unit in the game for 40k has the ranged weapon, it has the demon cannon. And I was thinking, because obviously I'm thinking about doing the demon with the two axes, and I was trying to think, can you get away with just not adding it? Now I was thinking thematically, technically it wouldn't be with Wig, but thematically, why wouldn't the demon just be able to like breathe fire or something, or if it's a Nurgle and just spew toxic fumes and stuff to act as its ranged weapon?
I feel like you would also be just as justified in they just take one weapons and just thump. And like if that's what's throwing one of those weapons, I choose to believe that would do cannon damage.
Probably.
Yeah.
So obviously because I intend to do many demon princes in the future, I started thinking about things like that, and there was just lots of ideas going into my head of like, you could do some really cool things with these demon princes by using some of the AOS parts as well, particularly for that left arm. You don't have to be locked into using the demon cannon. I was thinking for like a Slaanesh one, have a big like chain whip or something. That's cool. Or for Tzeentch, just have it like casting some kind of spell. You don't have to be locked into exactly what's in the kit. What's in the kit is phenomenal. You can get so much out of it, but you don't have to use everything that's in it.
Yeah. I like it a lot.
That's my baby. That's my centerpiece now. For now, obviously, we all know that there's more to come, and
always more to come.
I want to do the other legions, but I have to say I am very much looking forward to I'm probably going to pull this legion up to 3,000 points before moving on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mainly because I already have the rest to make 2,000 points, and I can make the other 1,000 points with 2 purchases. Near enough.
Yeah.
Which are going to be 2 very big centerpiece models.
Yeah, we know.
we know where this is going, don't we?
There is a noticeable hole in this collection, which I feel like definitely it gets filled pretty easily.
Yeah.
Another Demon Prince, of course.
By 2 defilers.
So, I do want another Demon Prince to go in here, obviously. I do eventually want to put defilers in here, but I'm not going to be putting defilers in here because the next 2 major kits I want to get.
Soul Grinders.
Oh.
No.
It's Angron, and it's a Lord of Skulls.
It is indeed. I want Angron, obviously, and I want a Lord of Skulls because it's a massive corn monster that also triggers the cool little detachment I want to run, which apparently is probably rubbish, but I don't care. It's fun.
If it's fun, it's fun.
Imagine 60 jackals flowing around a corn Lord of Skulls with 2 Demon Princes and an Angron.
Yeah.
Does it sound like a good list? Probably not. But I'm going to have
way enough time.
I'm going to have so much fun.
I don't know. It sounds like a scary list.
I mean, it's going to be in your face very quickly.
Yeah.
But yes. That's the insanity of my Worldies army. It is going to be crazy. It is going to be very blood-soaked, and it is going to be very demon.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So, yeah, there we go. That is the end. We have, as of our recording, nearly hit 3 hours.
Which I feel like is a good point to stop.
I think it's a very good point to stop, and we have essentially finished. So, we're going to come back.
Was that about tangents we said in the beginning?
There were many, but we also had a lot.
We were mostly good.
I think we were fairly good. This one is quite long because obviously me and Eliza have like basically entire armies to kind of show off. I doubt.
As of Sunday, I will have over 2,000 points collected.
So hopefully the next Tankard Talk won't be quite so dramatic in the volume of stuff we've got to discuss. But you never know. 4 weeks' time, I might have paid another 1,000 points.
He's up my game clearly.
And obviously we've got orcs to come out. We've got the rest of the sisters to come out, and I've got to start teaching elves how to do Night Lords. So we've got lots of stuff.
So maybe it will be.
It might be another long one. Who knows? Who knows? But yes, I think that is probably us done for today.
That is us done for the day, I think.
Yeah, so it only remains really to say thank you very much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed looking at all of our handiwork and the stuff that we very much enjoyed doing. But we would like to actually use this platform as a way to look at all of your stuff, and we would like to be able to share other people's work predominantly rather than ours. As you can see, in the meantime, we have got plenty to show off, so we will continue to do so until you guys start sharing stuff for us to look at. We are very close to approaching the 500 subscriber mark, which is quite a milestone for us considering where we started at the beginning of the year. It's almost 5 times as many subscribers as we started the year with, which is actually very, very cool for us.
And we will have something for that 500 milestone.
I'm sure we will. I have no idea what. Who knows? Post an idea down in the comments. I feel like it's a dangerous statement, but we'll see.
No, a dangerous statement would be saying something like, top liked will do.
That would be a dangerous statement.
That would be dangerous, and I'm not committing to that. But if you'd like to do that and direct it at Eliza specifically, that's fine by me.
Absolutely not.
So yes, having said that, do please comment down below what you what your most prized miniature is that you've done recently, perhaps. What your favourite centrepiece was, or maybe what you particularly enjoyed about what we've done today. Are you looking forward to seeing what comes out of the Orc Corner? We are. And obviously do check that you've liked, subscribed, and done all the usual jargon. You can find us all on the various social media sites, which is where you can send us images and suggestions for Tankard Talk as well.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, which are all L's domain, which is why we forget about it.
I don't even try to list them off anymore because I forget about half of them.
All the things.
I think we're on all of them.
Yeah, if there's a thing that you use, we are there.
Probably. And it'll probably be Els managing it, so it'll probably get seen.
I'm sure Elle will have many comments on this during editing.
I'm sure.
Why can't you do the outro in any reasonable way?
Because reasonable is just no fun.
Yeah.
We live in chaos, and we're going to end in chaos.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for joining us one last time. We have been Mead Hall Gaming. We will see you next time in the Mead Hall. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
Ta-ta!